Let's
and it
see.
took me all the way. So, a great card.
Okay, we can see here that there was a very long name there for
Why are they doing a
Tilo's
3-card Monte?
deck. So I'm gonna see if I can change that.
What is Brother Stevo doing there?
There. He's cutting the deck. This is the classic way to cut one's deck in webcam games. You put out 3 and let the opponent say which on top to make it fair, or so to speak. Oh, Tilo is not playing Danny Friedman, of course. He is playing Richard Stebbings from the
UK.
Brothers of Fire. He has a bad signal, it seems, but sorry about that. We'll also change here. We're on round 3.
Gah!
With Chandler sound
Electrifying.
effects.
Electrifying sounds.
And then we got a bye for round 3. Sorry about that. That's the worst.
That's the worst. Yeah, getting a buy in old school.
But as we all know, the UK players are famous for not having internet connections, because for some reason the UK decided, yeah, why do good internet or something like that? I don't know why, but it's not the first time.
Now look at that. Tilo doing the first turn cheat move.
Oh, okay. Is he going to do the boring thing, just getting Ancestral?
I'd say the boring thing to do is getting a Mind Twist.
Not just with... Only if he has like a Lotus or a Dark Ritual. And then we don't know about that.
We'll see. But is he playing the X deck? Tilo, that is?
Yeah, Tilo is the Eggs and Friends.
Then does he have blue? I didn't memorize the list. Oh yes, he has the big blue 3, yeah.
Exactly.
Alright.
So, okay, he had a Lotus and an Underworld Dreams. He probably got the Lotus, is my guess.
Okay.
Otherwise,
yeah, like it.
Mind Twist would have been a good but boring choice. We have
Is that a Lanamal? Yeah. Oh, so Richard's playing one of the mono greens or the heavy green decks?
Okay, now it's round 3. Now I can drop this bomb on everyone. Mono green Stompy is the most played deck in the tournament.
Yes, it is. I was looking through the pictures as you sent them to me, and I was like, hey, why am I getting duplicates all the time? Yeah, because it's a mono green. I'm like, what?
Like DFB made the top 4 or top 8 at the Lightning Ball, and everyone started to play what they call DFB green.
Okay.
But to be fair, this is also why I'm not calling it here. I'm calling it Green Stompy. Nikita from Russia has been playing it for years at NoobCon and so on. And the DFB list, from my perspective, is just a reinterpretation, evolvement of that deck. So I want to credit DFB. Oh, the picture quality came. Yay! I want to credit DFB, but I very much want to credit Nikita for it as well. So
I mean, I honestly don't like this this framing of old school decks with specific names, unless you're talking about Lestri Zoo, that was 94. I think that's acceptable, but otherwise, there's no way you're gonna be the first one to come up with something. Maybe you're making it popular on a tournament, yeah, but it's always better to describe the decks, and the variance is great. I mean, I've seen the lists as I said, and they're not even remotely close sometimes, the mono greens. So they're quite different.
I really want to see if we can put one a mirror match on stream.
Yeah. Look at this. I mean, this is almost like a dream start, right? This is so fast.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So many boys. A Pendelhaven, even a Mishra that gets removed, but
4 damage down to 15 then. Yeah.
And honestly, this is really good against the X deck. Because the idea for the X deck is you have the one great blocker, which is the Rook Egg, and they can't really attack because they don't want to give you the flyer. But here you just smash with the 1/1s. You just smash all day long.
Exactly, and sad to say, Tilo is also stuck on mana. He didn't put
It's
out
pretty
anymore.
screwed as well. Yeah.
So the Lotus play in the beginning was his play for the game, probably. Sad to say. Yusam here says shout out to Constantine as well. Yeah, always a shout out to Constantine, but not for that deck though. Oh, he goes balance. Okay, he would probably discard a couple of cards, but still, getting rid of 3 creatures is exactly what he needs right now.
He discarded the balance.
No, he played it.
Oh, Richard just hasn't caught up yet. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I think so.
I'm like, what happens?
Because
here?
Richard also needs to sacrifice 2 lands. Not 1 land, 2 lands. It's a Mox there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So let's see. he plays them.
And you discard the cards, by the way. That's nice. I like that.
Oh,
I like that move. So
yeah?
he's playing double giant growth and response. That's a neat play.
Yeah, but he
But
still
still, I
needs...
think this is amazing for Tilo. This is amazing.
Yeah, like his shortened mana, so discarding cards isn't that hard. But I hate this with Tlaria. I really need to fix so I can contact the players.
Yes, because why is the forest not going away?
The forest should not be in play.
This is the hardest thing about online Magic. I mean, when you're watching something and you can't even tell them, hey guys, hey, this is dead, this is not. What are you doing?
But like it is, like there will be many of these things happening, and I will miss them as well because that's just how it is. But with that, like, because it's old school as well. Like people are maybe not as good as many other format players because it's more of a casual format. Mind Twist for 1, discarding a land. Oh, a hurricane. And I need to keep up with the life totals here as well. But yeah, usually when I stream, I use my own service, the same as I bring you in as a guest. I bring the players in that way as well, so we can talk to them, bring them in as guests and so on. But streaming another's tournament, then I can't do a setup like that and talk to them, sadly.
I mean, I'm trying to keep track. So far, it hasn't mattered at all that he has an extra forest. He never used that extra mana.
Oh, and Thilo is on 6, and still no colored mana. Just
yeah. Wow, this is just some serious bad beats.
Yeah.
I mean, the balance was an amazing comeback play, but as long as there's no follow up.
Exactly. Let's see.
Yeah, even more forest. So.
Yeah, it didn't matter, but still. And there we.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's. I mean, the most heartbreaking thing is if you see some error like that and it changes the game in a big way. That's
the worst thing.
That's really. If you're like they miscalculate some life total and then the guy just bolts him for the win and you're like, no, he was on 4. He was on 4.
It has happened more than once.
I mean, mistakes happen a lot. Mistakes happen. I read a few years ago in an article written by a pro player that Magic he considers is a game that is decided by who makes the least mistakes.
Yeah, but that is true. That is true.
Because it's always so obvious when you watch people play, you see many mistakes, but when you play yourself, you just don't see it because you're so occupied with playing the game.
So many things, because like most of the time there is a mathematically correct thing to do. But it's so hard. It's because it's so many things, so you can't actually do the correct play all the time. Your brain doesn't work that way, and therefore, you count mistakes. It's the same as with. Okay, don't hate me for this. It's the same as with bowling. Most pro players do a strike every time because you know how to do a strike.
Mm-hmm. And
so it's decided the one who misses a strike.
Who fails the most? Yeah, that's deciding it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, it's a good comparison actually, and I realize this every time. I mean, I've been playing Magic for, let me say, close to 20 years now, but still I sometimes realize that I lose a game just because I played the wrong land on the first turn.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think about it, and then I top deck something. I'm like, oh, I can't play this now because I played that land first, and then this whole game spirals out of control, and I'm like, wow, I'm always one card behind
because like
I played the wrong land.
Turn 4, I want to play this card and this card the same turn, and that would have been possible if
exactly.
There's no banding in bowling. Yeah, that's true. that is true. It's factually
that makes
correct.
Bowling technically easier than Magic. You're right.
That is true. But let's have a look here in the sideboard while they are sideboarding. The blasts aren't good against green decks. The green decks have both pressure and disruption. Like that's why it's a great deck. And Earthquake.
This is tough.
One Earthquake in the sideboard will come in. And two plows.
I think Tilo even brings the plows in, although I'm not really sure if that's even correct. If you fight the green deck with spot removal, you're behind.
Yeah, but I think you still need to, especially like keeping it up for as an answer to Giant Growth, or if he plays Berserk. I don't remember which version this is, so let's check that deck as well. But just because of that, because then you can 2 for Berserk, 1.
And which Tilo doesn't know, because he just saw it as Giant Growths, but he doesn't know. So I guess you have to bring them in as a...
Yeah, but even with Giant Growth, you can still then 2 for 1 and keep up with all the weeness. So, but that's 3 cards in. Pestilence is a great card in the deck.
Yeah,
I don't think he needs the Gravity Sphere, even though there's a couple of flyers. The Red Blast goes out. Disenchants, though. So maybe Gravity Sphere is still in, removing all the disenchants. Mishra is cool and all, but...
I'd keep Gravity Sphere, and I think I'd honestly get the Winds of Change out, the Red Blast, and 1 disenchant. I'll keep even 1 disenchant, because you have to get rid of the Mishra's Factory. It's the biggest creature in that deck.
Yeah, but you need to remove 3 cards for the Earthquake and 2 plows.
Yeah, the Winds, the Red Blast, and the disenchant.
That's the wind. The winds. Yeah.
Yeah, because you almost never want to do that against the green deck.
Yeah, but like he won't have cards in hand for the winds to do anything. Okay, let's check the other deck while they're shuffling up as well. Player 1, that is Brother Stebbo's one. He goes for the Disruption package instead of Berserks. 4 Ice Storms, 4 Crumble. Wow. I like this. I'm not a big fan of Berserk in the deck because it's so bad without a Giant Growth. Without Giant Growth, it's maximum +2.
I think Berserk is amazing if you play against other creature decks when you can Berserk their stuff. I just take 8 and your Sarah is gone. That's an amazing play, but for the mono green, I don't like it too much. I like it for the RG beats if you have the burn as well to finish them off. Yeah. But here... I think Ice Storm is just so powerful, and also 4 Crumble is amazing.
Yeah, like otherwise, bringing in the Winter Orbs because Tilo's deck seemed to be a slow one, but like I don't know.
I'd bring in the Dervish for sure. More small creatures.
Yeah, he played black, so yeah. Because the City in the Bottle didn't seem to do anything. Because we need to see... He didn't see much of the deck.
That's
now
true.
They are starting. True. So, yeah. The cities are probably going out.
But I'd be bringing the Dervish in. I mean, the Dervish is also an underrated creature in mono green. Because oftentimes it doesn't matter. You have 1-drops anyway. So turn 2 you can play the Dervish. And it just grows. And sometimes that wins you the game on itself.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's an okay card, but... No. Okay, we see a Wall of Heat here. Maybe one of those cards that people say what now? Well, let's
Yeah,
put
bring
it on
up with
screen.
a nice interface. Bring it up, Gun.
It will. Yes. No hands.
Mm. So you implemented mind control even.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at a voice control interface. Strangely
Okay, I
enough,
have
the
to
Sol
say,
Ring is
guys,
down there.
Wall of Heat is the real deal here.
It's amazing in the matchup.
That could win him the game single-handedly.
And I also have a timer, I think, but so there the card disappeared. So it just doesn't stay there, and we forget about it or things like that.
Oh.
But the timer was like 10 seconds at first, but people in chat complained we don't have the time to read the old school cards in 10 seconds because some cards are just
Yes, if you put the chains on,
yeah.
it might take a few minutes.
Okay, we also have Wall of Earth. Let's put that there as well because these are not cards you see.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
often.
Although Wall of Earth is really, I love it in the deck with Diamond Valley.
It's
0/6, 6 life. Wow.
Yeah, and it blocks
Just
Usums. Costs only 2 mana. Yeah, like Wall of Earth is the good wall. And Wall of Heat.
I mean, look at this. Look at this, how unfair this is. I mean, Richard doesn't really know what Tilo's up to, right? He doesn't know that deck because it's really strange. And now he plays walls and walls and walls. He needs to overextend with green. And at some point, he plays just the Pestilence and activate it for 1.
Yeah, but he just plays 1. Like, I have a similar deck. But I play 3 or 4 Pestilence because mine is Pestilence based because I think that's the fun card. This is more a Rook Egg build, so there's just 1 Pestilence for funsies.
Yeah, but
so.
he has the Pestilence. He still has the balance. If he finds a Diamond Valley, he can sack his walls for so much life, then balance it out. So, I mean, this is a great start against the green deck. He has 3 blockers already.
Yep. Oh, Chaos Orb there, taking care of the Wall of Heat probably, or maybe the mana because he seems screwed on mana once again.
I think the mana. I think he used the Volcanic because Tilo touched that briefly.
Yeah.
Out of reflex, shoving it towards the opponent. Let's see. He's flipping on his Mox. Okay, he hits it.
Yeah, the Volcanic is out of here.
I honestly think that is a greedy play. I think that is a really, really greedy play from Brother Stebo here.
Because he has 4 1/1s.
Yes.
That's 3 damage. It's a lightning bolt per turn if the Wall of Heat disappears.
Yes.
Not really, but it's 2 damage a turn.
But you're right. That's the wall that's really holding him back here. The others are just 0/6. You can attack into them.
Yeah. Winds of Change still in the deck.
Okay, still in the deck apparently. I mean, it's very good if you're mana screwed.
Yep. It's still down 1 card, but yeah.
I'll take it if I'm stuck on a single City of Brass.
Yep, I wouldn't complain either. That's also 1 more damage. Oh, he's down to 16. I forgot about that.
Yeah, really interesting. I'd love to hear the thought process behind the Chaos Orb flip here from Richard. I really think it is. I mean, I guess he plays the Ice Storms, so he's maybe planning on locking him out completely.
Yeah.
But still, I think it's very, very greedy in this situation. Because we know he doesn't have any good way to remove the 2/6 wall.
Yeah. And
unless he double giant growth.
Tilo is still on 16 life.
Yes.
Enrogue84, thank you very much for the follow. You get a nice animation here. I haven't actually done that animation. That's one. Like, I hate actually doing that, getting some things of the interwebs and so on, but that is actually not my animation.
Yes, D314, I agree with you. I want to see the egg.
Yeah.
And I want to see the egg smashed.
Another Wall of Earth. Like, yep. Flyers it is then.
This is so dirty.
I have no idea what that card there is, though. Is it the Black Lotus?
Black Lotus? It is the Black Lotus, yeah.
As said, the connection is so-so.
No, the white border gives it away.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that. You would never do things
What
like
other
that.
card? No. What other card in Magic is whiteboarded? Yeah.
For me, quite a lot of cards. I spent
Oh, you're also
way
picking
too...
up these DFB islands?
Yeah, I actually have a couple, so...
Oh.
But yeah, no, I'm actually... The last month have been my craziest Magic month. I haven't bought cards for like 2 years. But I spent 2,000 euros on random shit. Just random shit to build stupid decks. Because...
there's the Diamond Valley, yes!
So like, now... He is on virtual... How many walls are there? That's 5. That's 30 life. So he's on virtual 44 life.
Yes.
Against 1 Dragonfly. Sure, a Pendelhaven, but...
That is amazing. Honestly, I'd even sacrifice 1 at this point.
Yeah, because you can just do it once a turn.
Just to get started.
Yeah, because like... It's just 1 a turn. It's a tap ability, so...
Yeah.
But
no, amazing. This...
Yeah, going off mana still.
In these crazy times, I also had... I think in May I had my most expensive Magic month of all time. Too much time.
Probably like 3 Alpha Lotuses.
And you just start buying. No, it was small stuff. That was the funny thing. I don't think I bought even the card over $100, but...
But like it adds up.
This and this.
I just bought cards. Yeah, I just bought cards from you the other day.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, like so shitty cards. Like
yeah.
But I bought this Harmonious.
Actually, it's an amazing card.
It is an amazing card.
But it almost never hits.
No, Gutti, thank you very much for the follow. Like, it's when you use this Harmony and it works, it's...
You feel like a boss.
But that's 1/3 of the time you have it in hand.
Ah, by the way, you know why I had them? For this deck that Tilo is playing.
Oh, nice.
Because I played it in the mono-red version. I played it for, I think, 1 hour until finally Patrick Hinnis attacked me with his Jusam Jin.
Just 1 Jusam? Or 2?
No, a Jusam and the Black Knight. He was playing mono black. I took the Jusam, blocked the Black Knight, sacked it to my Diamond Valley. I felt like the boss. That's
what you want to do. We can see the Pestilence going to the graveyard here.
Oh wow!
That was he could play it, not activate it, and we had a Tranquility on Richard's side.
That is actually
so sad.
I think a misplay in some sort, but you don't think of the Tranquility. You don't think of it.
No.
In that moment, you finally reach the fourth mana, and you're like, oh, finally I can put this down.
Because if you want to be greedy and wait for the 5th mana, he may Ice Storm you from the 4th instead.
Yes.
So
yes, indeed.
I'm not complaining on his play, but yes,
no.
Sad to see. Because Pestilence for 1 there after the Pendelhaven is tapped.
Yeah, that's the win. Then everything. I mean, even if he has the Pendelhaven,
but he won't sacrifice his walls. He's down to 3 life.
Yeah,
and that's a Winter Orb. So now he won't be able to untap his mana if he wants to untap his Valley.
I think he's misplaying this. He should have sacked 1 wall immediately. Okay, now he's finally doing it. End of turn, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, he probably should know there's Ice Storms on the other side, so the Diamond Valley can go away at any point. He didn't untap it. He untapped mana, and he taps mana. 3, taking 1 from the city for Gravity Sphere. So now the Dragonfly is grounded.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
It is, but like that Winter Orb is going to do stuff.
Yeah,
and
it should be at least on 14 right now, if we're honest.
Yeah,
it should be at least on 14.
There's a lot of creatures on Richard's side, so he wants a lot of walls to block them. But because of that wall of heat, like he can, it's okay to actually just have 2 blockers or 3. Because if he attacks with everything, you eat 1 creature every time.
Yes. You eat one creature, you get 2 damage
Yeah,
through, but
6
you're
life.
still above 10 all the time. It's
Yeah.
just very bad for him.
And then if you don't know the deck, you also play around some sort of Jankro Berserk thing. Okay, that's an Ice Storm.
There's the Ice Storm, yeah.
Now he's just at 8. Sorry,
that hurts.
Tilo, this seems so evil. But also, it's a very hard deck to play. There's always many lines when
And
you
honestly,
play cards
honestly,
like that.
we obviously know what's
Yeah.
going on, right? We know the other deck, so we know there's the Ice Storms coming. We know there's no Berserk.
Exactly. Jordan Boyle here in chat asks us if it's game 2. Yeah, you can see it down here on the scoreboard. There's a 1 on Richard Stepping's side. So it's a 1-0. And I'm still not counting Tilo out. But the Winter Orb Ice Storm makes it harder. Earthquake for 1 though.
1. Oh,
But he does have
Oh.
the Pendelhaven now.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
I think the Earthquake was exactly what he needed now
Yeah.
to get back.
That's 1 damage on each player as well.
Whew.
Okay, now I have a game again. Oh, I love this. I love it. I'm going to put myself in my control room again.
I honestly think Tilo is making this interesting. You know, he saw, I
Yeah.
have the quad wall opener. Let's not sack them for life. Let's give him a fighting chance. And then he crushes him with an Earthquake for 1.
Yeah, I'm saying as
There's the next Diamond Valley.
nice. As 314 in chat says, nice Earthquake. As Garfield intended. Okay, now the plug thing comes. That's actually the Wak-Wak Twitch channel's own emote. I've designed that emote. So if you are a subscriber to the channel, you can use the As Garfield intended, which is the head of Garfield with the classic meme sunglasses. And you can use it on other Twitch channels as well. Because I thought that was missing from the whole Twitch community. Many people say it, As Garfield intended, but now there's an emote for it. You can also use your Wak-Wak fruits to buy it for a day. I don't remember for how much and so on. But Wheel of Fortune, is that not very
Greedy.
Very greedy from Tilo? Like, Wheel of
But as I
Fortune
said,
into a Winter Orb.
Tilo's trying to give us a game. He's not just crushing him. He's like, well, you know what? I just killed all your creatures. Restock, free restock for you.
I love it. I love it.
Doesn't even use the scavenger folk. No, I crumble your mocks.
Yeah, he needs the creatures to kill.
Yeah.
Kill. See, I need to check here. Okay, we have
And
some...
that Winter Orb doing work. And I have a feeling that he actually sided out both disenchants then. If the winds are still in, then both disenchants are gone. So this is really wow, this is really bad.
Yeah. And I'm not, like... As said, I think that's the correct thing to do. Even though things can happen like this.
What's that? Is this a city in a bottle?
It looks like it.
The disenchants are so coming back. They are so coming back.
No, because I don't think he'll win this.
Oh, okay. You might be right. You might be right.
But if it does, the disenchants are going straight in. Because now the valley and the city goes down to 3 mana and he loses his protection. He should
Although,
gain
to be
6
honest,
life.
he's not losing a mana here. Yeah,
No,
the city's never gonna
sure.
untap anyway. But he has to sacrifice a wall now. He has to.
Yeah. Not doing that is... I don't know.
And this is also, by the way, what you see here, guys, on stream is the reason why I never played this deck in a, let me say, a real tournament where people run City in a Bottle and so. This was always just a friendly game, fun deck for me, the Diamond Valley Rook Egg. But as long as City in a Bottle is so prevalent in the format, you can't seriously play the deck.
No. City in the Ball, like, there is always some talk about that. It's the fun deck killer. because you want to play it because all of those djinns that are good creatures, and it's good against them. But it also kills fun decks like this as splash damage. Sadly.
Yes, I mean that's tournament
And
splash damage. Let me say, but these decks anyway wouldn't have won a tournament, right?
No,
so
but it's still.
I don't think that's too bad. I think City in a Bottle is actually a good card.
No, I would restrict it actually.
Restriction seems fine, yeah.
Like having one. Oh no, yeah, banning, no bannings. But I would restrict it so it's not that prevalent and.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Because I think it's a boring card in the format as well. The egg token still stays against City, but he can't play an egg. That's the problem. If an egg is in play, and then you play City, because sometimes people actually play them in the same deck, the Rook egg dies for the City, and you get the token. But, yeah. Jordan Boyle wants to restrict City. Yeah, I can guess why. You like playing creatures that has a little small saber.
Yeah.
Scimitar.
I can get the sentiment. I think the card is really awesome in some decks where I even played main deck when I play with Transmute, for instance. Then the card is just awesome. You can always transmute it away, or you can just search it up in the right spot.
But that makes also more fun with restricted. Because transmute decks gets one more thing to make them better. Because transmute is it's a 2-for-1 against yourself.
Right. Although I have to say, City also serves a function like in mono green, in the fair decks. Yeah. It's also a good card to run. Like you'd always run them in aggro decks that don't sport these standard bad beaters.
And we have in chat here. Chambers. City in the Bottle was the first card I bought when I got when I discovered Old School. Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's so David. Yeah, that's so David.
Errate to cost GG. Yeah,
that's fair. Also, yeah.
Would never do that, but yeah. Okay. Oh, we have actually a win con here now from Tilo. 1 Underworld Dreams. So that means
17 turns to go.
Yeah, but he's just on 9 and no Diamond Valleys can be played. And down to 7. Yes, I'm sad to see that I don't think we'll get around 3 here.
Sure doesn't look like it.
No.
Unless he miraculously pulls Disenchant out of the deck that we think is sided out.
Yeah, but what does it disenchant then? The Winter Orb or the City?
The City for sure. There's no question. City in a Bottle is killing him here. It may not look like it, but with the City on the table, he has almost no outs at this point. I mean, he still has the balance.
Time Walk? On tap one land.
Time Walk. Draw a card, tap a land. Okay.
Yep. Not as good as usual. He untaps the white mana though, instead of the blue.
Yeah, that's why I think.
Strip Mine, that cuts his clock down from 4 turns to 7.
That's really good.
If that is, Richard doesn't have another Pendelhaven in hand.
Yeah.
Because like, what cards do you not play if you have them in hand? 2 cards in hand in that deck.
You see, this I think was also another small mistake. You don't strip right away. You should have stripped in the attack step to force him to use it and then block the other one so he couldn't attack.
He can't attack with any. He can only attack with the flyer.
Oh, he's anyway just attacking with the flyer, right?
Yeah, and as I said, he had because like it's Giant Growth and that card. That's the only cards you like don't play, artifact removal here as well, because there's actually no more Moxen and things on Tilo's side. Yeah, you will see this deck maybe once more in the tournament. Because Okay, a
look at that.
plow. Yeah, sure.
He's fighting. He's still clawing his way back.
He's clawing his way. Back
Okay.
is...
Okay, let's keep it open what the destination is for that ride, but...
Yes. And I'm going to do it for the second time of this stream because I started drinking beer way too early today. I'm going to leave this to Mark for just a bit while I'll go to the porcelain chair. Throne. The porcelain throne.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you.
So there's another ice storm coming up. Not too bad, I feel. He has all the mana he needs. He just needs to draw that... yeah, I feel he still needs that disenchant to win this game, but let's see, guys. So looking at the chat, yeah, I'd also love to see mono green win this. I think it's amazing that mono green is a viable strategy in this format. I think it's so cool and stylish. Just something else that you wouldn't see anywhere else. That makes a lot of sense to do this also in an online tournament where it's not too serious. But I can get the notion that if you played against it twice, you don't want to see a third mono green. It's like yeah, one of these odd decks in the format. It's like if you play against Twiddlewald, it's strange, but it can be fun sometimes. But you don't want to face it over and over again, right? So you don't want to have the same experience every time. So what is Tilo up to? Looks like he's thinking about something. I think the one card he still hasn't played, which is potentially a game breaker, is the balance. But he can't play it now anyway. So let's see. Factory is getting untapped. Interesting. Yeah, David, the Dragonfly is where it's at. I mean, you're playing against a deck that plays, I think, 5 walls in the first 7 turns. Flying looks OP. You're right. Diversity is the thing that makes tournaments great. I mean, that's one of the points why you play tournaments, right? You have some friends, they have decks. Some time goes by and you know their decks or their playstyles, but you go to a tournament and you face whatever. It's really, it can be anything in any round. But especially in these smaller online tournaments, you have the spots where, yeah, some people have the same idea. And in this case, many people have the idea, whoa, why not play mono green today?
I think there is a reason, though.
Yeah, I mean,
sadly.
as you mentioned, there was a prominent tournament results that always pushes it.
I'm actually a bit sad about that, because Nikita has played it for so long. We've talked about it. Magnus has written about it. I have written about it. We've had it like on Flippin' Orbs on stream. Like, this is a really good deck. This is probably the best budget deck because Crumble is such a strong card, and then Ice Storm, like, it's the best Delver-ish decks that you both disrupt and hit the opponent. And
yeah, I mean,
people just don't pick it up until DFB just kicks ass with it.
I mean, it's the kind of deck that's, it doesn't do anything that's very powerful, but if you're playing against it and you struggle just a little bit, then you're done. It capitalizes on, oh, you didn't draw your 3rd land on turn 3? No,
sorry, now
Ice
you're
Storm
on
you
1.
and that's it. Yeah. Or, oh, you're banking on that Soul Ring, crumble it first turn, you go. And suddenly your deck does nothing for a few turns, and that's all the mono green player needs.
So my girlfriend came with some cheese doodles.
Eating in front of the starving man. That's how you roll, Gordon.
If I knew you were starving, I would have
Oh, I'm not.
eaten more.
There's still plenty of reserves left. So
Yeah, this is probably the worst stream food ever. It's crunchy, it sounds horrible, and my fingers gets all. It's the worst magic snack of all.
yeah, I think Tilo's done. That was a
Yep.
kind of what can I do against a 1-1 flyer movement? Wow.
It's so funny.
I have to say, what a game! What a game! I mean,
what a game! But
the two non-green cards winning the day. Winter Orb, amazing, and City in a Bottle against the Diamond Valley.
It was the Dragonfly.
crazy.
I'll put the Dragonfly up on stream, and then we have some.
Although the finish was the script sprites now, but still.
Yeah, but this was the very, very bad card from Legends, but it doesn't have a scimitar.
Yes.
So, we have here, how do I participate in future events? So, Pamin, this is a tournament organized mainly through the Facebook webcam group, which is like old school webcam play or something like that. Search on Facebook. But if you want to play like on stream, we do a lot of different things. Now there's another tournament the 30th, and then we begin in January again with more like regular streams where I play against someone, I stream other matches and so on. And for that, you can just check what 314 put in chat. Join our Discord. That's where everything happens. We shout out every stream and so on, and when there's tournaments and whatnot. Like, that's... Join us there, and you'll know all the events coming up that will be streamed. And the Facebook group is just good to play some Magic. And now I see Wild Pemin appeared in Discord, so thanks for that. Also, some other people are joining in. Thank you.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to Jonas, congratulating his teammate Stebo here in chat.
Oh, yeah?
How are you, Jonas? Long time no see. Probably still a long time we won't see, but
sadly, yes.
Hoping for next year. Yeah? Hoping for next year.
I also want to do a shout out there to both Richard and Jonas, but my shout out sounds something like this. What the fuck, guys? Why did you need to send out your deck list like at the same moment I was going live on stream, so I was super stressed when I started? Keep deadlines, FFS. The Brothers of Fire, you can never trust them. That's my shout out.
I mean, it's in the name. It's in the name, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does 1 damage to you and 1 damage to the opponent. Never trust a Brother of Fire. And those who don't know, that's the card, Brothers of Fire.
Never trust an Englishman.
That's also true. The next event on stream, the December 30th, there's a tournament organized by community people, Reindeer and Mitcha held. So I will stream that and play. So I'll stream my matches instead of streaming like this. And Nati, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, David. By the way, thanks for calling us out on that.
Yeah, the dialogue connection.
We in our privileged position assumed that they were just being lazy, but of course, they started sending the deck lists over as soon as they could, but it just took that much time.
Pamela, if you want to participate in that tournament, I think it's the old school group, the webcam group, as well. Or is it online play, or what do they call it? Old school. I'll webcam player community. I'll see if I can get you a link. Wonder if this can work. I'll send a link here. That's a amazing Facebook group where you can play webcam games against different people. And tournaments like this are being organized there every now and again. Actually, I don't know more about that specific tournament right now.
Oh, you don't have to know everything, Gordon.
Thank
it's
you.
okay to know a lot. And
Thank you. We get here in chat, you guys are a great casting duo, by the way. And I agree. I want to do more commentary with you, Mark. And now when you bought a webcam
you've seen
only
my
for
comment in the
this.
chat as well? No, I mean, now that I've done the immense investment of, I think, 3 to 4 unlimited basics worth of a webcam, I think we can do this again. Yeah.
Yeah. We also have Dave DFB, the Stompy player we talked about, who made it so it's the most played deck in this tournament. He's in chat now saying the Winter Derby is coming up quickly. Yeah, that starts in just a couple of days, and that's a tournament that goes on through 6 or 8 weeks, 8 or 10 weeks, 8 or 10 weeks, where you get batches, like play against these 4 players. You have 1 week to do it, then play against these. You have this time to do it, and they are over 200. There are over 270 registered players.
That's
270 unreal. Players with old school cards.
There's no way. I can't even imagine that. 270 people playing webcam Magic just out of the love of the game. I mean, it's crazy. That's crazy.
The World Championship, not online though, 5 years ago, didn't even reach its cap. Or 5 years ago, where the first time it reached its cap at 100 players.
Was it 5 years ago we reached 100?
2015.
Yeah, I think it's right. Yeah. Wow. And now we have 270 people playing online, and we know we've had that discussion. It's not everybody's cup of tea, so that's a lot of hoops you have to jump through to even do that. You have to set up a webcam, you have to set up your stuff, but people are willing to do that because they love the cards, they love the game.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
and for those who don't know, DFB, D Firth Bard here in chat, is the organizer, and he is, except for MG, the founder of the format and organizer of NoobCon, and I would also, say except the Fishley World Cup crew who organizes the biggest, the World Championship nowadays, if they ever get to do that because of things. He is the third. It's these three. The Fishley World Cup, the founder, and DFB. Those are the tournament organizers in the world.
Agreed,
yes.
Yes.
I can't really actually rank them. They are just top 3, period. Without a doubt. What DFB has done to the online community, 270 players! It says it all.
I mean, if you can, people just give him a virtual high five. DFB is the real deal, and such a great guy. I think we met 2 or 3 times. I mean, you have to put away his basic land choices, because you shouldn't judge his character upon that.
Yes, you should, but
I mean, you definitely should, but not at this moment right now.
Exactly.
But when you're playing him, you should judge
some
him.
other things I want to address in chat. Where can I find the deck list?
He's the effing man. He's the effing man. Baum, you're right.
Yeah? The effing ban. No, that's that. Okay, the deck list. I have not published the deck lists. Usually you can just type... I have all the deck lists for each stream uploaded like that, the chat, but they will be uploaded in a couple of days there instead, because I don't want the players to be able to just check there all the time. So right now, no deck lists online, but they will be there. And then we have from Flying Bear, yes, I will continue to say bear, not bear, which is also one of the great, Jason Schwartz. Jaco, yeah. Jaco wants to know your location. After we said those 3.
I mean, come on. I mean, Jason is obviously biased towards the other Jason.
Yeah.
But come on, DFB versus Jaco. Jaco is mean. He once had a card that I really wanted, and he didn't trade me. So he's not a decent guy. He's trying to make up for it by hosting tournaments, but it's all a farce, really. He's not. He's just trying to play nice with me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
In the Discord chat, the Wak-Wak Discord right now, we got a picture sent by the one who usually joins me here. That is Seb the Robot Celia. He sends a picture, him coming out. He's all dressed in black. And he has someone all dressed in white with a bouquet dressed. Because that's right.
Is he dead?
The man, the myth, my go-to guy here, Seb, is getting married today. That's why he's not streaming. But I asked him if he'll join later. Let's see what he does.
I thought you were describing some weird kind of ghost dress at a funeral or something, but
yeah.
I mean, close enough.
But I also want to say, as DFB says it, Jaco is a giant and everything I have done has been built upon the foundation he created in the US. And that is without a doubt true. We mentioned it actually earlier on stream, that the first big community outside of Sweden, the ones who took the Swedish rules the first time and made it their own and started, was Jason and the gang. Jason, Danny Friedman, I don't remember the exact original gang there in the States, creating the Eternal Central rules, and which has been one of the big foundation to making old school as big as it is. Even though they are very, very wrong with for strip mines. But let's keep that one away. I couldn't have done myself.
No, you're right, Gordon. I mean, there was all joking aside. I think that was the Chicago crew that really pushed old school to where it is right now in the States. And having the States on board in general with old school, that was the key to the worldwide explosion, let me say. I mean, there is also the community where Stephen Menendian is playing in the Bay Area and so on. So there's several small communities, but the ones that really kicked it off big time was the Chicago guys when Danny was still living there.
Yeah.
So great people, really, really pushing it and bringing this to the attention of the Americans even. Because many people in the US, they weren't aware of old school. Even when we had like 50, 60, 70 people tournaments here in Europe, it was not on the radar.
Yeah.
So Jaco from Eternal Central, he really pushed for it, because I know he's a long-time Vintage player. That's actually where I met him, playing Vintage. Yep. He's a great guy, and he has obviously a love for the cards, for the old style, for the old games. So yeah, shout out to them as well. But nonetheless, DFB is the one. You just kill it, man. You're just one-upping everyone. You're really killing it in the US.
Yeah, like, okay, we may have the strangest thing that has ever happened. That, like, I don't think. Let's see if we are Seb or not. Yeah. It may be so that Seb actually joins us online on his
wedding day.
On his wedding day. Let's see. let's see. I need to push some buttons here.
Do some animation. Do some animation, Gordon.
I'll do an animation. Let's see if Seb is here now. Hello. You're muted though. You're muted by standard.
You have to unmute.
Hello, Seb, and congratulations. You're a man now.
Yes.
Are you
37 years?
Whew. Big cheers.
Cheerio.
Props to you, sir. Props to you.
How do you feel?
I'm in my bathrobe in the bathroom here.
I see.
Nice.
We got the Japanese setup here
Oh, did you get one of those
for
big places at Yasuragi?
Yeah, with
Oh,
like the tub and whatever.
yeah.
And it's too dark outside. Maybe if I turn off the lights, I can show you outside. Do you even see anything now?
That's Sweden.
Are we seeing anything at all? I don't know.
No, yeah, we're seeing the lights being like reflected in the window.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark outside, so I can't show you the view.
Baby,
Sadly.
it's dark outside.
Yeah. So,
Like, such a big congratulations. And joining on stream on your wedding day.
yeah.
I don't think many people have done that. This is
Yeah.
probably an old school first and last.
Yeah, maybe I should leave on that note.
I believe someone may be happy if you do that.
Yeah. Have a great evening, guys.
Same to you.
Same to you. You look good, man. That's exactly the right message you're sending here. With the
Yeah,
outfit.
that outfit is Seb in a nutshell.
Cool.
Chat is shouting out their love as well, just so you know.
Okay.
Have a great one and see you next time.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Come
Okay,
on.
that was unexpected. What amazing. I mean that outfit says it all.
What a man. What a man.
That
I
outfit.
haven't even looked at chat now because that was just so... Till death or Wak-Wak stream do us part.
Crazy.
Nakamastana.
What a crazy guy.
Married and 40 before 40. Just wow.
Yeah, I asked the question back, by the way, to the chat. Which is the greater achievement, though? That's still an open question. That's still an open question.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'll get married before 40 before 40. I actually don't have 40 before 40. I'm 37.
I mean, yeah, that's...
But is it 40 before 40 if I do it like this? I have 37. I am 36. So if I get my 38th when I'm 38 and my 39th when I'm 39 and on my birthday becoming 40 I get my 40th, would that still count?
Nope.
So I need to get one...
Because on your birthday, it's over. Your birthday is already gone.
So I need to get it 1 year ahead
No,
all
one
the
day.
time.
1 day before your birthday is okay.
Yeah, so when I'm 36 now, I have 37. So when I turn 37, I should get my 38th.
Yes.
And when I turn 38, okay.
Yeah. You're on the right track. Let's say you're on the right track. What's missing, by the way?
2 scrublands and a plateau.
Okay, that's about what I expected.
I'm not a big white player, as some in the stream may know. Scrublands are usually in the Dead Guy Ale deck, and that's about it. And white removal and Jusum gins is not my thing. I've even sold the Jusum, so I only own one for my collection to have one of each.
Yeah, actually, me too. One is enough. One is enough.
It's not my thing. I want to play jank. Jusum is not jank. And if I want to play a good creature, Serendib is just one. It was my favorite creature late 90s, and it's my that's more my thing.
I think Serendib was also my first Arabian Nights card. I got it
Same here, I
10
think.
years ago. For casual Highlander gameplay, I found this creature. I thought, wow, this is amazing. Let's get it in Arabian Nights for
Okay.
$25. Yeah.
DFB has a counterpoint. Jusum is jank, barely playable. Nakamastana agrees.
You're right, but it's kind of a big boy fancy pants jank, you know.
Yeah, but we also
It's
have
like,
the guy in
I play
chat.
jank. I play jank, but I'm so cool about it. That's Jusum.
Yeah, but we also have Jusum in chat saying one does not sell Jusums ever. Funny, you should. I believed you would say get rid of those Jusums. It seemed correct with your name.
Yeah, he wants to pick them up. But I think his standard Jusum I know him. He's a German player, by the way. So his standard Jusam analogy was Jusam is a herd animal. That's always his saying when he plays the second Jusam.
When you die, that is.
And it surely feels like a stampede when when the second and third Jusams are coming.
It's definitely a problem to own Jusams. You tend to play them.
Yeah. That's another disadvantage to owning too many Jusams.
Yeah. Next round starts in 8 minutes. We get here from Florian, just so we know. And you will stick around for one more.
Yeah, sure.
That is round number 4. Before we. And like. I'm this kind of guy that tries to plan things. But then. I drink beer. And then I kind of go. Let's see what happens. So if you want to stay when the next guest comes in, I would say that's okay as well.
I mean, it heavily depends on what that guest is, of course.
I
can't.
I think you will enjoy it. But
will he enjoy it or she enjoy it though? That's the question.
That's probably not. I don't know many people who enjoys
that's
you.
Good. That's good. Yeah. Another plus.
Oh, did I say that loud on stream? Sorry about that. And with that, we go here to.
Let's go to the decks. Yeah.
and continue to go through them. We won't be able to go through all decks here. Here we have one of my. I love this
deck.
The layout I don't like.
Oh, it's the worst. I mean, honestly, we shouldn't even talk about deck photos that are submitted like this. This is just to annoy you, by the way, Gordon. This was made specifically to annoy you. I'm very sure.
Yep, probably.
I mean, even the sideboard upside down. This is just...
Yeah, but there is a Nova Pentacle in the sideboard. One of my favorite cards that always get cut, like the last 5 cards when I build artifact decks. Do you know what it does? Nova Pentacle.
I knew what it did, but that's
okay, that's a no.
I think it prevents damage, right?
It redirects.
Redirects damage.
But the opponent chooses to which creature. Well, like, if you don't play any creature, he needs to redirect it to his own creature.
Yes. I think
this is the Maze of It on steroids. Yeah, in Cube.
This is an amazing card.
Yeah, this is a pack 1, pick 1 card in Cube. Without power.
Not necessarily, but it's pretty decent. It could be a first pick. I agree. It could be a first pick, yeah.
With that said, I'll be right back.
What's happening? He's gonna be right back. There he goes. He's dropping the Nova Pentacle on us, guys. Yeah? And then leaving the room. Probably getting his Pentacle something. We don't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean the Pentacle is awesome. It's not an icy, but it's probably in an old school cube the closest thing. Let me say the closest thing to an icy that you can get. So where were you, Gordon? What's going on?
I'm back.
You couldn't hear me. Even better.
No. I saw that we had a Shivan in the deck, so I brought my Shivan dragon.
What is this? Let me have a look at the higher resolution of that. That kind of looks strange, but I fear it's turning its head when you turn it, so it seems alive.
Yeah, this is my bearded dragon, and his name is, of course,
Dr. Shivan?
Shivan, the bearded dragon. Hello, Shivan. Say hi to chat.
Wow. Things you don't expect in a Magic stream.
Look more like a dragon whelp. Yep. No, but...
Oh, he's still growing. No,
No, he's actually fully grown. His like 45 centimeters or something
That's
like
what
that.
he wants you to think.
He looks more like a thicket basilisk. I do agree. But no, you're Shivan. So this
Why
is the
do we
real
have
life.
a living thing, Gordon? That's really strange.
We actually adopted 2 cats last week, so there's.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I wasn't aware that you wanted to feed them to your dragon.
I want them to play. I have had my dragon for like 6 years or so. So he's
What,
getting
6
old.
years?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's getting old. No,
I
he
never
lives
knew
for like
you were
15.
you were a reptilian person.
I'm maybe not, but it's an easy pet to have, and he's cool. Like you look like
He looks chill.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks pretty chill. So.
he's like me. Turtles over dragons. Yeah, I knew you would say that, albino turtle, but no.
Yeah, Mana Bird's saying pump some red mana into that thing. Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
want to see it fire breathing.
I've tried so much, but no. Using good job adopting cats. Thank you. They're very afraid, so I can't show them off on screen. They are hiding from us and will probably do for half a year. But they were found outside in an old factory, and are, humans are not their best friends. They think right now. But I'm going
Probably
to
true.
go and leave Shivan now, so because we are going into the next round soon. But I wanted because this deck is almost only base set. You see wall of earth or fire and wind and
Except for the prominent pentacle that we talked about, yeah, and
Yeah.
the boomerang.
and main deck
Yeah, it's
is
almost base set, yeah.
exactly main deck. It's only Blood Moon, and then there is like the mirror and the pentacle, and another Blood Moon.
I mean, there is
Some
probably something in
lands.
the glare, hidden in the glare. We don't know. But yeah, you're right.
But I'm going to leave him so we can continue. But I wanted to show him off just this stream because he goes to sleep at 7 o'clock here. That's in 1.5 hours, and usually that's when I start the stream. So
Ah.
I think
So he
that's
had his
why.
big moment
Exactly.
on the internets now.
Yeah. Aww.
What a cute little critter.
Yeah. He also does like cats and shuts his eye when you pet him here. Usually. Yeah. Okay. That was it. I'll be back.
Crazy stuff happening. So D314, yeah, exactly my thoughts when I saw this. I mean, the elementals are one of the coolest cards in base set Magic. I love fire and air elemental. I just love the art to death. So I think style points for sure for this deck. Wood elemental, I'm not a big fan of, to be honest.
Wait,
I
what
just
now?
like the red and blue elementals.
Okay, there's. I was like, no one's playing that.
No, we're talking about style points for the deck, and the elementals for sure earn a lot of style points, as well as the Shivan Mahamoti combo. It's just amazing.
Now I'm actually gonna see. Now this we have. Okay, how about putting DFB on cam with his icy manipulator, sounding
Many
venom.
many ices dot deck.
Yeah, but the weak stone against Svante, who plays what he calls DFB green. Because he plays the Dave Firth Bard deck, and now he plays against Dave Firth Bard on another deck.
And DFB is probably one step ahead because he knows exactly how to beat the deck.
Yeah, with weak stone. That's
It's so crazy. I mean, a weak stone against the mono green. That's not even fair, man. I mean,
Okay, we are going to go to this. I'm going to fix this. See, Davis player
so
1.
this is gonna be broken magic, guys. Prepare, brace yourselves, put on the seatbelt.
1235. Let's see if we can get the text.
35 1/1 creatures against weak stone coming up.
We're having fun.
And in case he has a Pendlehaven, You have a copy on the Weekstone, no problem.
Oh, that's
This
the
is
thing.
gonna
Like
be
he plays
dirty.
3
I mean,
weak
this is gonna
stones
be
and
dirty.
4
I
copies.
could imagine if this was happening in real life, even if it is Svante, and I know Svante knows a lot of cards. If DFB put down the Weekstone, the next thing to happen would be Svante picking up the card, reading the card,
Yep.
putting down the card, picking it up again, reading it again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we
Shut up. Shut
would
up.
have said this. We got a reader. With that said, just so you know, Mark, I'm putting on the player so you can hear them a bit. Chat won't, but
I
'Cause
thought
I've-
I was getting so attuned to you that I started hearing the voice in your head, but it's
Yeah.
the players. Okay.
okay. I say as Monobirds say in chat, making an opponent read a card is sweeter than a win.
And he's right.
It really
and he's right.
is.
It is so. This is one of the best feelings in Magic when you play a card, but it must be good in a spot. If it's just a card that nobody knows, it's not that cool. But if you, for instance, play this Harmony, when they attack you, and they have to read the card, this is the best feeling.
Oh.
Waiting until you see the realization in their eyes. Wait. This does what? And wait, I'm totally screwed. What?
Yeah,
Amazing.
especially that card, Disharmony, because it's
Especially this Harmony is like the best card to do this. Yeah. Because when I first saw this Harmony, it wasn't played against me. I found it in a search, but I couldn't believe how crazy strong this card can be in the right circumstances, and that's often the best.
But it is like fog. You remember when it's just crazy good, but it so seldom is.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Demonic Tutor there, turn 1. Okay.
Also, the first turn cheat move. We saw that from Tilo as well, and it didn't work out.
But like, does he know what Svante is playing? Because Svante is copying
now he
his
knows.
deck. So is he getting weak stone? No, no. Sure.
Anyway, it's the scavenger folk, guys.
Exactly.
It's the scavenger folk. That's amazing. The matchup is great already. I mean, this opener is... the island! It hurts! It hurts!
This is Magic as its finest. I will just send out our Wak-Wak emote in chat, because that's just what this is. As Garfield intended.
As Garfield intended, indeed.
Like...
Oh! Great magic!
Manifold Mind Twist. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he demonic tutored for it.
I think he demonic tutored for the island.
Yeah, because it's so beautiful.
I think he's still aware that I'm commentating, and he wrote it in chat just to flip me off. So I think he tutored for the island, but maybe also Mind Twist. It's a possibility.
Or he used the Time Walk to have more mana for the Mind Twist.
And that's also true. It's also possible.
But
Oh,
wolves?
the wolves! Come on, the wolves!
I actually don't own any wolves. I realized when I was building this a list of this.
The wolves are crazy good. Banding
Yeah, I
is
like banding. It's
crazy. Is a crazy good ability, and in this deck even more so.
I like that 314 in chat needed to read the card Disharmony and actually called out MTG bot to put out the rules text.
Yeah, it's a card that you have to read several times.
Yep. We have them complaining a bit on unresponsive life counter, and yeah, there has been some problems apparently.
It's not automated, right? You have to do it manually all the time.
Yeah, like the players have a digital life counter when they play on Talaria, which is great, but that has been a bit like so-so. But yeah, I also have a manual counter because usually I don't have Talaria doing this. But as as it's like this, you can't see 11 and
Yes,
20.
it's really
I'm trying to keep up
Yeah.
as well with my life
the
totals and my
Escher-esque
graphic.
angle, as I called it when I first saw it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's,
here we have a weak stone. Another one after the the folks took one.
No reading action from Svante?
No reading action. He destroyed the first one and just went on.
It's probably because he doesn't care, right? He's like, oh, it's a 4-mana artifact. I just kill it. Ah, there's the copy. There's the copy. So sweet. And he even has the pixies, you know? He even has the 2-power guy. And
But it has,
then there's the copy.
but it has protection from artifacts, sort of, the pixie.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? No. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. This is probably how it worked in 94 when you played with the right guys, but no. Not today.
This is...
But man, DFB is playing fast.
Yeah, he is playing 7 weak stones. 3 weak stones and 4 copies for them. So now when he has 2 in play, I believe every copy is also one of those, because Svante needs to kill 2 of them, because then he only has 1 left. But as long as he can't destroy 2, he has 4 left. Okay, I'm gonna say DFB is favored here against DFB green. Oh. Okay, he's going to Chaos Orb one of the weak stones. He's gonna take the original, so we won't see what the copy is later on. And he misses. That was, but that's just so Svante. If you saw like how he did it, it was like, yeah.
I win this. I flip it anyway, and blah.
No. I actually think this was like, fuck this, because he's a more. I think he's more on the tilty side, actually.
You think so?
Yeah, as he's playing this fast, that's go.
Okay, and you know him better than I do, but this looked to me a lot like this overconfidence. I have another 2-power guy, so I killed the 1 and I still kill you. And okay, but anyway, there's 3 weak stones now. This is so dirty.
Yeah, Stu in chat here. No, I have no idea how to reach him other than Talaria. Sorry. He goes. I think he goes. He has 2 Talaria accounts as well. There's some stupid thing there with what happened. I don't know exactly. Sorry. He also goes. Oh, Carmine Rossi is Carmine Rossi on Facebook as well. So same name on Facebook. But he has 2 Talaria accounts, both attending. There's some strange thing there, so... Yeah. Everyone's scared of you. You're a freaking zombie.
Yeah. I was thinking the same. Who is not afraid of zombies?
Yeah. But here we're back to the game here then. Like, I love copy artifact on Isis. Just lock down the opponent. But here, I can live with the copies being weak stones.
Yeah, I mean it's completely stupid against mono green. Come on. There's no way. I mean, mono green is probably a deck where Icy is the least amazing, right? Because you just tap down a 1/1. But here, you make them all smaller.
Okay, but here we have 2 crumbles.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say before he actually did that. I was thinking that he can't even scoop up this game because he has 4 crumbles in the deck, right? And the scavenger folk. So
he actually plays what I think is suboptimal. Only 3 crumbles main.
Okay, that's weak. That's just weak.
DFB has some problems there with the life counter, but and Svante, we can fix it later. No, Svante, as we can hear the player, he seems like he's giving up. It's so strange. Svante, come on. It's fun. They're playing green.
He just killed one. He killed one Weakstone with a scavenger folk and he double crumbled. I mean, this is almost the dream scenario.
Yeah. He's tapping 1, but he's going to take 2 damage. But yeah, like
19, is that right?
No, I think it was 18, but Yeah, they are correcting their life total.
Yeah.
So 18
They're
down to
correcting
16.
For once, you are faster than the player scored.
Yeah, for once. But like, I thought Svante was saving up. He had a crumble for long. I think he was saving up to get the second crumble to kill both, so copies couldn't become weak stones. And then DFB drew, so he had 3. And then Svante like, okay, then I'll kill 2 of them. Then like,
I think you're right. I think that's what happened. But honestly, if he didn't miss the Chaos Orb flip, he'd been in great shape now.
Yep.
He'd been in winning
was
position.
just so like, I'm always very careful.
Sometimes people get in the way of themselves.
Yep. But like,
that's how life
that's
works.
life. That's the Chaos Orb life. Live by the orb, die by the orb. That's why people like Åland doesn't even play Chaos Orb.
Who's not playing Chaos Orb?
Åland, here in Stockholm.
Oh, come on.
Or not here
What
in
kind
Stockholm.
of guy is this?
Åland,
He doesn't understand what old school is about.
Exactly.
It's about missing the flips in the spot where it counts most. That's the story.
Wait, what now? He's attacking in the band. That...
Yeah, makes sense.
What? Yeah. Exactly.
They
so
do nothing because I'm bad. Is the quote I just heard.
Okay, this is the best Svante quote ever. They do nothing because I'm bad.
So good.
Because as he
but he's
starts to
probably
attack,
right,
they become 0-1s and can't be pumped anymore. But also, why attack in a band? It does nothing.
I think he wanted to attack in the band so that DFB can't block with the Mishra.
Did he have a Mishra?
Yes. So without a weak in the no weak stone world, this attack made a lot of sense as a band.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, he has 2 Mishras. And a lot of like DFB has flooded out.
Yeah, like crazy. And Svante always has the pixie back to not get attacked.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still winning this game.
And now a factor, Svante is actually winning because DFB has flooded. Like, he had the perfect cards, but then just... Ancestral Recall, the start of every good comeback story. And while he does that, I also want to show this card. This is the other one, the other eye of Ursa.
The other eye, yeah.
The Might Stone. Same card, but plus. Triskelion.
Ugly. This is ugly.
It can't kill the Pixies though.
That's why I think it's ugly. I think Pixie, by the way, I mentioned this before in the side discussion about how good Mishra is and so. I'm fully convinced that Agothian Pixies is the best creature in the format right now. That is not Mishra's Factory.
Yeah, not right now. Like, yeah.
I mean, in the last
sad to see
1.5 or 2 years, yeah, because it's just the card does everything and can attack through a Mishra as a 2-drop. That's amazing.
Yeah, like it's one of the best creatures in the format, without a doubt. It's that and Serendib Jin, Serendib Ifrit, not Jin.
Yeah, Serendib Jin is a little bit heavy, but no, I honestly think Agothian Pixies is.
It's
for
not
me
better
personally,
than
it's better than Serendib Ifrit because it doesn't get hit by City in a Bottle. It doesn't do damage to yourself, so it has a lot of upsides over the Serendib Ifrit. If you factor in the metagame, yeah.
It's a 2-drop and all those things, yeah, but.
I mean, when I played it in the White Zoo, I was just amazed.
I'm out of beer.
That's very bad.
Yeah, but okay, this will seem so douchey of me, but I've got
You're texting your girlfriend to get you a beer.
Yep. Because she has said, just do this. She went away to the store and came with this.
Yeah, she just said do this. No, you're just being a douche all the time and she's just used to it. That's what happens here.
As Garfield intended.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Okay, so
314. Have a good time. Thanks for joining.
yeah, 314 is one of the mods, and yeah, one of the great helps me a lot with how Twitch works and all those things, like how normal streams work. Because I know the old school community and those things, and I'm kind of techie. That's why we have this stream set up. But he's the Twitch expert. You see here, the hand comes in and
the hand comes in. Yeah, don't force her to do the peace and the thumbs up, Gordon. That's too much. That's honestly too much.
Thank you.
It should be enough that she brings you the beer over, you know? You're really pushing it, my friend. You're really pushing it. But okay. That's how you roll. So what's that? The scavenger folk getting rid of the final stone, but the abyss has opened up.
Oh. He gets
so close.
it.
Wow.
Like that was
lucky. That was really lucky. That DFB flooded out so hard.
Yeah, like he just needed anything. Like imagine drawing an abyss earlier there.
Yeah.
The game is over. The game is for real over.
I mean, let's be honest. It was 4 removals for Weakstone. Four removals for that, and on top of that, triple Pixie. Because even without the Pixie, he still can't attack against the Mishra.
Yeah, and also the Triskelion. Like if it wasn't Pixies, like Svante got so lucky.
Yeah, with 3, because there was also an Icy. So even if he has only 2, that's just 1 damage per turn. That's nothing. That's just nothing.
Like
Wow. That was almost a perfect draw for Svante there in that situation.
And after sideboard, it gets worse for DFB because of artifact removal. But let's start looking here at the DFB's deck. Bringing in I don't know.
I'll pull the trigger on the disc. I'll pull the trigger on the disc for sure.
Yep, me too.
I mean, Mirror Universe is obvious.
Yep. Even though against that much artifact hate, 6 mana is a bit like risky, but yeah, like he needs to like overload the artifact hate.
Play out everything. If he kills the Mirror Universe, that's 1 weak stone staying on the table.
Exactly.
That's it.
I'll say as Monobirds says here, that was a pretty damn cool game.
It was a cool game. I mean, it was
the best game so far.
Not expected to go that way, especially after 3 weak stones hit the table. I mean,
against the 1/1 deck.
Yes.
Let's have a look.
So I think it's just 3 cards in, right? It's just Abyss, Mirror, and Disc.
Yeah. And this is Svante's build. I'm not agreeing with a couple of choices here. I like the 4 Crumble, 4 Ice Storm as a disruption plan. I love playing 4 Scavenger Folks. I would go down like 1 Wolf for 1 Crumble at least. Viva las Mikael. That's how I will pronounce it at least. Thank you for the follow. And I'm not a big fan of the Berserks. I'm just not. Like, if you don't have a Giant Growth, you can play it on the Pixie for +2. And it dies.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Like, 3 is too many at least. If you want it 1 to 2. Because you need it in combination with the Giant Growth.
I mean, let's be real. Isn't this the spot where you side out all of the Giant Growth and Berserks even? So all of 7?
I think you need it against weak stones.
You want the Sylvans. You want to, because you want to fix, you need the right removal in the right spot.
Okay.
And the Tranquilities probably also, because if
Tranquility is absolute.
If they get the Abyss down quick, you need the Tranquility. But
like Abyss, Copy Artifact, and the Psychic Venom, the win con. Because the copy is still an enchantment.
I'd even put in the Hurricane over a Giant Growth in this against this deck. So Yeah, it's probably half the sideboard that's coming in.
Relic barriers, tapping down ISIS. I don't think you need more.
But Relic
but
Barrier
it's okay.
is also... He plays Mana Vaults. That's a damage source. It can tap down Mishras that are blocking you. So
yeah. But
I
that's
think
crumble.
Almost everything coming in.
Like crumble to relic barriers. I can see Hurricane, but not need to. But 2 tranquilities. That's 5 cards minimum.
And the Ice Storm as well. I put in the Ice Storm.
You take out 3 mace. Because you need them against blockers sometimes. But that's not the big plan from DFB. And you need them, Berserk combos with Berserk as well. But still, for a 1/1 and 2 Berserks on it, the first one gives 1, the other 2. So only if it's a pixie as well. Like it's, yeah. Jesper Holm here in chat. I would say one of the best blue-green players I've seen. But that's because he's a good player in like Legacy in those formats. And took that knowledge to the blue-green tempo deck. Very beautiful to see him play that.
Yes. But in the blue-green deck, I absolutely love the Berserk. But it's a completely different animal.
Exactly, because then you have both 2 to 4 Serendibs and also the Unstables.
Yes, the completely insane unstable mutation, yes.
So, in this deck, not a big fan. Not saying it's bad, just not a big fan. But they're shuffling up now, so how about going back to the game?
Let's see what he brought in. I mean, again, I'll probably, if I was playing this, I'd probably bring in at least 7 or 8 cards from the sideboard for this matchup.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to cut down on the creatures, you know?
I do like that one.
So it begins.
Yeah, he has a win con now, but Tranquility will later on take care of that. Taking 2.
Give him the damage!
And
First blood with the Psychic Venom.
But why is he only on 9? Why is Svantos 19? He Psychic Venom does 2.
No, Svante is on 18.
Yeah.
And TFB is on 19.
Yeah, but Svante was on 19. He didn't. That could be the lag, as we've seen.
Yeah.
There's a lag in Talaria.
So this is shaping up to be a game.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much agreeing with the MTG misprint in chat for the sideboard plan there. Except I'm not a big fan of the Sylvans, but if you play them, this is one of the matchups you play them in. So. Okay, Svante went away. Getting some random to show which lands are enchanted. That's a nice one.
Wow, sometimes he can be quite
intelligent.
Quite smart, yeah.
Not words I really want to use, but
no, it's strange in this context, but yeah, seems smarter than expected.
Okay, so he takes 2.
2 each with the Mishra,
and
that's
4.
fine.
But I don't remember. Did Dave play any in the sideboard, or is it just the 2 in the main deck? Do you remember?
What? The Venoms?
Venoms. I think it's only 2. We're
I think
going
it's
to do
only
this.
2, yeah. I think it is only 2.
Wrong player.
Pretty sure it's only 2.
Okay. Why?
Oh, you changed the name, correct? No,
Yeah,
it's
I
only
can't.
the 2.
Yeah.
I also think that's enough, by the way. You also have to Triskelion and the Mishras as a win.
Yeah, absolutely. But
it's really
fun
crazy
to draw
that he drew
them,
both of them.
that early as well. Such a win-win for Dave. Winning or losing to his own deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
but I am still like losing to his own deck and so on. Still, even though most people call it DFB green nowadays, or so, It's Nikita. This is Nikita's deck. Like, sorry. Dave is a green player at heart who's played this a lot. Like, I'll give him credit for that. But the foundation is the Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita's a few years up on Dave.
Yeah.
In playing old school, at least that is.
Yeah, that as well, I think. Yeah.
And playing green.
Well, let's see here what happens. Great matchup. I'm very happy that we chose to watch this match.
And much more interactive than I thought. I mean, I thought game 1, okay, this is how it's gonna go. 3 weak stones, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
We're
they.
gonna see another game like that, but no, it's really. I mean, it's a double Psychic Venom opener against the green deck. It's.
Yeah, but he has drawn
What is going
a
on?
lot of lands and has the Land of War Elf, so. And another land, so.
Oh, and the good one. The
Yeah.
best land.
Because that's the thing, like the green deck can just play one land, and that's it for the rest of the game. It doesn't play many mana sources. It's 20 or 22, depending on.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with mulligans here, but if those 2 Venoms were on the starting hand for Dave, I think this would have been a mulligan, right? He must have top decked one. Because they are so dead against mono green.
But are there? Like the mono green deck has so few lands, so it might need to use the same enchanted land every turn.
Yeah, but you're not racing them, you know?
No.
They get down to 10, they get maybe down to 8
Yeah.
even, and then they find the second land. So yes, you can do crazy damage with the turn 2 Psychic Venom, but it doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You're completely correct on that. But still, I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun match for us to watch for sure. But I'm
It
really
does take
worried about
out
his plans,
Pendlehaven.
because he didn't drop the Icy. If he dropped the Icy now, then I would understand why he has this card.
Kevin Costnerino thinks that just because Nikita plays Navsasp and Deep Shadow, calling
Yes.
it in nuances, but yeah, it's still.
Yes, no, he's actually right, Gordon. That's what I said earlier. You shouldn't really give any
Yeah.
specific player credit for such a wide archetype anyway.
Exactly. I just
It's
want.
like when
That's why I don't want to say DFB.
when I came to Sweden, I think last time with the white zoo deck, a certain person tried to convince me that it's the Cermak deck.
Not me.
And no, it wasn't. It was a person that was named Cermak that tried to convince me that it was the Cermak deck. But
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, I'm playing White Zoo. I didn't even know you were playing it also. What are you telling me? This is not.
Okay, that was just a win, I think. And another, he had all the pump spells.
He kept
That was
everything
just
in.
boring.
That's crazy. But look
Boring.
at this hand, by the way. Look at this hand from DFB.
Mana Vault.
No.
It was Mana Vault, Mirror Universe, and Time Walk.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
But honestly, even if you pull that off, it's not. No. How?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to play. You want to play the Mirror and Time Walk in the same turn. Immediately activate it. But what then? You have 2 Psychic Venoms on the field, and he's just
Absolutely.
not gonna tap this lands. Huh?
But yeah, like Kevin Costnerino, I'm with you, but then calling it DFB's deck is also wrong. So therefore, I do not really agree with what you're saying as well. It's very both-sided there. But yeah, like the nuances. We talked about this earlier before. I think you joined. Hi, by the way. It like
Kevin Costner playing old school.
playing the 2 bottles and so on, going down on Berserks, which I think is correct. Bottles is better than Berserks, and therefore also not the Navsasp and so on. Not playing the Deep Shadow to ramp into Ice Storm, which is more the Nikita plan. Sure, but like it's a mono green Stompy, which is the name I've given it for the stream as well. All the versions. But I would say you have the Nikita version, DFB does his version. Now there's a couple of more, but like therefore it's not DFB green. Yep, Svante calls it DFB green. Crawley, thank you much for the follow. And I think that's wrong. It's a green Stompy.
It's all good. I mean, if you play the exact same list, let me say
Yeah.
I play the exact same list that you played when I play Blue-Red Counterburn in the next tournament, and I call it a Gordon Burn. Okay, that's a nice thing to do, but I
that I agree
is,
with.
by the way, DFB is, by the way, not the guy that would ever push that. But there's people that suddenly claim an archetype for them, and I don't get it.
Yeah, but like no one played blue-red before me, for example.
Yeah, I mean, of course, in that case, it's absolutely true. I mean, the idea to mix counter magic with burn spells, that was a complete game changer for Magic as a whole.
Yeah, like who would have thought?
Yeah. I mean, blue and red are opposite colors, right?
Yeah. Oh, now
so fire and water mixing is crazy.
Okay, we're going to. I'm going to look for another game. I hope they still have.
DFB is, by the way, super happy to lose against mono green. Always.
I'm gonna see if we can get another game on. There is a deck I really want to get on stream.
By the way, is the one that I wrote to you, is that still playing?
I don't remember what I'm going to.
The one with double green and 2 cards.
Yeah, that's the deck I'm.
That's the one.
Because I didn't check what, all the things you sent, but I'm guessing. This is one of them. Let's see. Let's go to the game area, and we see Ole Rustad against Patrick Quinn, which is on Eureka bots against discard control.
Look at this. Look at this, people. There's a moat on the one side and a Mahamoti Jin on the other side. I mean, that's magic.
Oh, I gave them life. That was
unfortunately the Sarah Angel is a little bit raining on that Mahamoti's parade, but
hey, the Mahamoti is bigger.
Yes, but yeah.
The rack as well there, yeah, because it's a discard.
Yeah.
It's a hippie deck with discard, like because there is not much discard without Fallen Empires, so it's hippies and the rack there for Patrick Quinn.
Okay.
I don't know if someone is up a game or not. They haven't clicked in those things, so we don't know.
What kind of monster would play a rack deck with Hypnotics and then play a tome themselves to draw more cards? You know, that is just
Mahamot. Like, I love you, Greg, but that was just.
Oh, please no.
Was that too far?
Don't do this. Don't do this. But no. The point is, when you attack with a Mahamoti, the Sarah just hits you back. It's just.
Yeah, sure. But he attacks with a Mahamoti. That's just okay in my book anyway.
You'll obviously do that if you have the chance.
But to talk a bit about Ola's deck, I'm gonna see so we can show them later on. Let's see here.
Can you put Patrick on 11, by the way?
32. Yeah. I think I have fixed everything so I can show the decks later on. It's a bit of a convoluted system backstage here to be able to like quickly show the deck pictures of 40 players. Okay, a drop of honey that is going to kill a Sarah Angel as its first.
The smallest creature is a Sarah Angel. Okay.
I love this game. Oh, the last game was amazing. This game is not worse.
Drop of honey. One card that I could never get to work. Never.
No, me neither.
I tried it so many times, but it never worked.
It's always too slow. Like now, it won't kill anything. But yeah, like even when it kills, it's too slow.
In this matchup here, or in this situation, would have been the best case, almost like, okay. one
Yeah.
from you, and one from me die. So it's an innocent blood kind of effect over 2 turns.
But then we
What?
have the classic boring playing white thing. Like, oh, disenchant all the fun cards, plowing all the big creatures for 1 mana, because playing big creatures is stupid. If you ask me to predict the next card played by Ole, I'm pretty sure drop would have been the 500th card I guessed. Yep, seems about right.
Especially in that situation,
Yeah.
Marbird, as we said, right? So it's killing the Sarah, but honestly, it makes a lot of sense because he knows he's playing white, so the Marmoti's not gonna live anyway. So might as well kill the Sarah Angel, and it got a disenchant, so that's amazing.
We have... Okay, the moat is actually more of a problem for Patrick than a win, because it's 3 mirrors.
That's what I was thinking when he attacked with a Marmoti. Wait, is he not just getting hit for 8? Oh no, the moat is holding everything back.
Yeah, but we have a hippie coming down here.
Hippie, hippie, hippie.
Yes, a true hippie. A German hippie with a beard. That's the one I'm seeing down here. Okay, 4 mana.
The things that happen if you have... There's no social interaction, there's no pressure.
I know the feeling.
You just let yourself go.
But, okay, this game will be over soon. Today is a bad day because I'm hungover since last day and I need to go to the bathroom all the time. But I'm going to do it now instead of the break because I really want to show the deck when it breaks. So I need to go again.
Okay, do your break, Gordon. It's allowed.
Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Keep them. I'll keep them
entertained if they give me something.
And remember to shout out if someone follows or so on. It's important. Seb don't want to do that.
Okay, just don't click follow in the next 5 minutes, or you won't get a shout out basically. So anything we can help you with apart from this game that's more than over? Okay, there's a wreck, a hippie, and now the mind twist for good measure. If I was all here, I probably wouldn't untap. What a game. 1 life. There's really nothing he can draw, I think. So I don't know if this was game 2 or game 3. Let's see what happens. Are they shuffling up? It looks like de-sideboarding to me. At least what Ola is doing, but could also just be reset. I think they're shuffling up for a game 3. So we're gonna see at least another game here. Yep, it's just re-sideboarding. Maybe something he saw that he didn't expect before. Yay, more. So why is it so quiet right now? Are you all playing? All the watchers playing here as well? Chat was pretty active a few minutes ago. And now it's just mana birds all the way. Svante, I can understand that. That's not your style, right? Your style is usually just killing all the creatures and not playing them. I mean, the effort is real. You have to not only play them, like the good cards, you have to play them, you have to tap them, and then you have to tap them again, and tap them again, and tap them again. Especially if they're 1/1s, right? Oh, hey Nick, what's going on? We also haven't met in over a year as well. Crazy stuff. I mean, Legacy Elves is not mono green. Okay, we can be sure about that. That's not
And
not
I
at all
am
mono green.
back. Let's look
Okay,
at the
there's a
decks.
strange voice coming back. And an animation.
But come on, you love them.
I love them. Yes, that's why I'm hyping them up.
Nice,
This
thanks.
is not it's not in jest. I'm serious. I seriously think these animations are kick-ass.
Thank you. So this is the Eureka bots, and I love it just because there's 2 living planes. Like, so he can Eureka out a Triskelion, a copy artifact, and a living plane, and just kill
As
the
last
opponent's
card,
land.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see that deck. I think this is probably a move that will work once per tournament, so the chances of us getting it on camera are pretty low.
But when it happens,
But
you will
if we
feel
get
like,
it-
my
oh,
tournament is done.
sweet. Also, by the way, note the control magic in the sideboard, which is an amazing tech if you're playing Eureka.
Yep.
Because your opponent's like, oh yes, I get my big Betty out, and you're like, okay, my next play is control magic, you're up.
Yeah, mana burn. The drop of honey is actually not very bad in the deck. It's more exactly. It makes more sense than it looked last game. But yeah, like I think this is maybe big words or so. I think this is my favorite Eureka deck I have ever seen. The Eureka Lich is of course also pretty high on the list, but
I think the only deck I ever played with Eureka was Eureka on All Hallows Eve. So that was a very, very stupid deck.
yep.
With Bazaar even. The idea was to just shove out a turn 2 with a ritual, maybe shove out the All Hallows Eve, then put down a Bazaar and activate as often as you can before that even happens.
Yeah, I love it. And this is the deck he's playing again. So a random control deck, even though there's more power sinks than counter spells. I like, and then the hippies and that 1 rack, 2 moats. It's a
fun other
unique
deck, right?
It's a unique deck.
Yeah, if we call the other deck, we call it the Lion deck. This is maybe the Hypnotic deck, but it's still the deck, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, many games you're gonna win on the account of you have a counter spell, you have a swords and a disenchant.
exactly.
And it doesn't really matter if you put down a Hypnotic or a
I usually, when I talk about decks and when I brew, like I say, okay, you have the restricted cards, you have the control package, and what? And this is one of those, because the control package is plow, disenchant, counter spells, and then you have the restricted cards, and then you play some other fun cards, and then you have a deck that is actually okay to play. Like you can play Jank, but still have a chance because you play the control package. That's why I don't like white.
I get where you're coming from, but honestly, I never liked that. That's not my style, because the problem with that is, if you draw the fun Jank cards, you don't win. And you win the games where you don't draw the fun cards and just all of the good cards, you know?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's why that's not my cup of tea.
But
I'd rather have a really strong tournament deck and an egg deck, and then play the egg deck.
I don't agree, actually, because like you need win cons for the control package, and the win con can be janky. So you use the control package to be able to use your janky win con.
Yes, I know what you mean, but let me say, this is not, for me, this has no impact.
He plays lands in front, though. Just that's...
So my point would be, if I have 7 cards, which is 2 counters and 4 removal, and you have 0 cards and you have nothing on the board, it doesn't really matter if I kill you with a Serra Angel or with a Iron Claw Orcs. It doesn't matter to me.
No, but still.
I mean, it could matter to you. That's okay. But not for me, I guess.
a spiky deck with a spicy win con doesn't make a spicy deck. Like, I agree to some point, but I
mean
but
that's probably
I
the point I
think-
was making. By the way.
yeah.
So just this is probably the point I was making here.
Yeah, and like I kind of agree, but there is a gray zone in between there. Like this
Sure.
deck is enough away with 4 hippies, 1 rack. I don't remember the other cards. More power sinks than counter spells. Like it is not the deck with another win con. It is kind of a different thing, even though it still has the
You're right.
control-ish. But
The-
the power sinks, I think, is the thing that tips it over. Kind of.
Okay,
Because it's not the full control package in that sense. But yeah.
I see. No, I see where you're coming from.
Oh,
just for me,
Kramer. Kramer in chat. Your deck is on the short list to show on stream. Just so you know. We'll come to that.
No, the thing, the point I wanted to make is that what I don't like about doing this, what I personally, is that if I build this, I want to draw the special cards. I want to draw
Yeah.
the wreck and the hippies, and then I would go way more into that. Because if I was playing such a deck, then I wouldn't have fun with the games where I just draw the white control package and none of the hippies. You know, that's kind of why I tend
do
to
agree.
to do more of the deck tailored to what I want right now. If I want an aggro deck, I wouldn't want a deck that has a bit of aggro sometimes. No, then I want to play an aggro deck. If I want to do a spicy deck, I want to build just spice.
Yeah.
Spice.
But like, I do agree, but to some point, like, I think.
By the way, this is a nice
Some-
library mirror, guys. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
briefly commenting on the game, but please
yeah,
go on, Gordon. with the
there's
much
nothing's
more
happening.
discussion. Yeah.
So, but like, I have one deck in mind here. I play 4 Field of Dreams, 4 Millstones, and Control Package. I still think that is a pretty spicy deck. Even though I understand the reasoning here. But that's because a Field of Dreams Millstone deck can't win. No way, in any way, without that part to protect it until
Yes.
it can get the lock.
Believe me, I've tried, and I agree. It can't win. It can't win without being blue-white and doing everything else.
Yeah, so therefore I still see that as a spicy deck, even though I agree that there is... that's why I'm saying it's a gray zone. It's like some, like, okay, so instead of playing 2 Serras and whatnot, you're playing 1 power artifact, 2 monoliths at the side of your fireball. Like, yeah, that's just the deck with another win con. But when you change like 8 cards and control package, like, it's hard to say exactly when it switches over to be spicy.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's anyway not black and white. It's always just gray, and
yeah,
it's obviously what you want to achieve when you play the deck.
yeah,
And I've played many decks, by the way, with Millstone, and the one that you just described was also the one I played regularly because the other ones just get stomped.
yeah.
If you don't do the control package, you just get stomped all the time, and it's not fun for your opponent also.
No,
But the cool thing about Millstone, for instance, is that you don't actually kill them. So you spend a lot of time in this Field of Dreams and Millstone situation, which is very unique in Magic, where you as
super fun.
the opponent, you hate the fact that you reveal a very good card on top of your library because
And
you
no,
know
you-
it's just gonna get away.
and you can't scoop because if there's 2,
Yes,
not in a
yes.
row, but with 1, then
Exactly.
Then you still
It's-
can
it's a
win.
It's a terrible, crazy situation because yes, I can. I mean, I've tilted Patrick. Patrick Heenes is of course the guy I play the most with. I've tilted him so many times, but he is also the kind of player that doesn't scoop whatsoever. So he draws
Oh, mind
15
twist.
lands with a straight face in a row, but he still doesn't give up.
Of course it doesn't. But here we have
And
a
I even
mind
show my
twist,
hands.
by
I
the
say,
way.
Patrick, he has 2 swords and 3 counterspells. You cannot win anymore. Nope, we're gonna play this out. We're
Like-
gonna play this out.
Even if you draw 2 in a row after I mill. Like, no. Oh my god! Did you see that mind twist?
Yes,
It took all 3 Eurekas.
It's that doesn't make any sense. How could he possibly get a mind twist at this point in the game? In the library mirror, by the way.
Yeah, and that takes exactly the 3 Eurekas. I love it. And keeping counterspell mana up.
Yes, that's the problem.
It's only
and
3
the
in the
Eurekas are the
deck.
card that you just run out at this point because he has to counter them. Nope.
I was
No fun
like
for me.
almost expecting him to play Eurekas there, just to play into the counterspells. Even if it doesn't have anything to Eureka out, just to.
Yeah, I mean you have to counter them. That's why I mean it's so bad that he gets the Eurekas killed. Wow.
Yeah, but he should have played them. If he had 3 in hand, he had the option
Mana
to
boss, I think it's only 3, by the way.
It's only 3.
So 3 out of 3 is pretty awesome for a mind twist. Ah.
I'm gonna tie their slam font. Yeah, but like. I was a bit boring there, taking the Eurekas, but that's why I'm saying, like, I think Ole should have played one just to draw out the counterspell, even if it wasn't a good one, if it resolved.
I think his idea was he probably saw the power sinks, so you have the library subgame going, so you probably just want to do land drops and land drops and land drops.
Maybe.
But then the mind twist happens, and you're dead.
Yeah, Mind Twist, nowadays in Stockholm, all tournaments I organize is always gentleman rules. And for those watching who don't know what gentleman's rules are, that is no Library of Alexandria and no Mind Twist. I personally think Library is an okay card, because there are so many answers.
Me too, by the way. I don't know why it's even included in the same list as Mind Twist, because it's completely...
Yep. The only answer to Mind Twist is blue and counterspells, and makes for a horrible game. Like, even if you can't answer a library, it doesn't make for a horrible game for you. You still play your cards, even though you are going to lose. But then,
but not always. I
But
think
no,
there's
you
a
can
lot of
aggro
decks
out
that don't
it.
care. Yeah, there's a lot of decks that don't care too much about. Of course, if you have the library and the fast mana to compensate for the land drop that you missed.
But we have Charles here in chat saying you can't ban Twist and not Library because it's an answer. But it's one answer. But you have Ice Storm, Sinkhole, Stone Rain, Strip Mine. You have
playing
aggroing
by the way.
out.
You can just play the
Yeah,
aggro.
like I've died so many times on active library, just dying to aggro. Like there's all colors can answer the library. Sometimes they need to do stuff because you are too proactive. Like in the deck mirror, that's a different thing. That's why Martin Berlin plays one Stone Rain.
That's why I'm not on board with Brian Weissman. I've talked with him for length about this.
Yeah, but he doesn't know Magic at all anymore.
The point he always sees library as the problem card. But he's just playing this one deck style all the time. So from a perspective of a player that only plays the deck that, by the way, wins way more than they lose, they think library is overpowered because it's one of the few cards that they cannot answer efficiently.
Yep. And that's, as I said, was why we had Martin Berlin earlier. He was one of the first to play one Stone Rain in the deck, just because of the deck mirror and other control mirrors, because that's the card that breaks the mirror. But otherwise, just one thing, even if you don't play all these special cards, you have one Strip Mine, one Chaos Orb, and usually one Demonic Tutor. So you all decks have 3 answers main deck to library.
Yes.
Mind Twist can only be answered by counter spells or playing Weenus, if they don't Mind Twist you early enough.
And honestly, when I started old school, I looked through old decks, and I think the deck list I first saw was Martin Berlin's with a Stone Rain, and I just copied that straight away to get into the format and try it out, and I never got rid of the Stone Rain. all my deck lists that I ever tried and played had the Stone Rain, because the Stone Rain is just plain good. The card is never bad.
Yeah.
And it answers the worst card you can face.
It kills Mishras, which is also
Yes.
like one
Which
of
is
your
the one
wing
creature that you
con
cannot efficiently kill, yeah? So
okay, but we have a Time Walk getting countered and then a Triskelion. So for the first time, we have things happening in the game. And a copy on the Trisk. Still can't attack because of a moat, but hey. Imagine next turn, no blue mana, no counterspell, Living Plane. I want to see this.
That's called living the dream, but...
The magical Christmas land. It's Christmas soon.
By the way, you got called out in chat, Gordon. You only have 5 minutes. I hope it's not left to live, but you never know.
No, they're actually on overtime here. The clock is minus 9 minutes for these guys. And I don't know who is one game up or... Okay, either Patrick is one game up or they are 1-1. Okay, Living Plane is going here. I'm calling it.
The second mind twist, the second... Oh, no. Oh, just bad cards.
Yep.
Where's the Living Plane?
Top deck Living Plane and no counterspell here. Oh, the rack.
By the way, can I say that I love the way you say counterspell?
Counterspell.
With a sh.
The German sh.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I need to
Counterspell.
fix so our next guest can come in here. Sorry, guest. I think you're in chat. Go to Discord if you're watching now.
Go to Discord to get the link to something else.
Sorry. And actually, how about you can join at any time? Secret Santa, in which I hope is still watching. Join at any time.
Maybe he, she, it has given up already. Who knows?
No. The next guest is on its way. You don't know
Look
who
at
it
this.
is.
This is the situation why I sometimes despise playing old school, right? So
Yeah.
it's just mana. There's a moat on the field. Nothing even matters anymore.
We're talking about other things instead of...
Yeah, we're talking
Like-
about anything else, yeah. But this game, because it's painful, to be honest. It's painful.
Wrath of God.
What is that?
Wrath of God. Does he... Yeah, okay. Sure, he takes 6.
Even a Wrath of God against the 2 creatures that can never attack. Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a Sarah follow-up. Maybe there's a Sarah Angel
Okay,
follow-up.
I thought this matchup would be a great game to watch. Because it's...
Because one deck is cool.
But the other deck... Like, sorry.
No,
I'm
I mean,
not
I'm
hating
not
on
hating
Patrick.
on Patrick,
I
yeah.
actually
I'm
like
not
Patrick's deck.
No. I mean, this is all in good fun, guys. So I'm not hitting on Patrick here. It's a cool approach. It's a cool deck, but obviously you're always rooting for the crazy Eureka Living Plane plays here, and they're not happening.
Yeah.
They're not happening. Okay.
But like, if Patrick played, say, 3, the rack, then we're closing up on the gap we're talking about. But it's just 1. But yeah, like, it's a cool deck. But Eureka bots, like that Living Plane thing, I've never thought about that as like to add that and copies and Trisks to Eureka deck. And I love it. I love the whole idea. Because Eureka is usually bad, but then you get 2 different plans. And
also it's a must counter, by the way.
Exactly. And both Eureka then and Living Plane becomes must counters, and you can do crazy Eurekas without like, oh, I put the Shivan into play. Okay, blast. Yeah, like, this is a deck I want to brew a bit on. That's my feeling about Ole's deck.
Whoever is this Blazer 94, Why are you so bad? So evil.
Oh, you're
What's
evil.
going on
Maybe
between
not.
you and Roy?
It's been 5 minutes.
Ulrika.
Blazer. He's one of, as you see that first, he's one of the absolute first subscribers of the channel. So I can't hate on him. He's one of the best people here.
But Blazer.
Yeah. He's also actually just a straight up great guy. He plays in the tournament as well.
You just say that because he's giving you these Wak-Wak.
Yeah, of course.
Time, yeah?
Of course. But
In his
as I
pocket.
said, he plays Ole all the time. He's tired of Ulrika.
As a person. You can hate on the person, that's totally fine with me. Just don't hate on the green strategies. That's cool.
Exactly. Don't hate the deck. Hate the people.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Is that actually?
No, that's absolutely right.
Okay, that's sure.
See, okay, we're good. You love Eureka as a card. It's all good.
Yeah. If you hate Ole, that's okay.Ate on
Yeah.
Ole. Don't hate the deck. Hate the player. Oh, that must be that will be Wak-Wak's new motto.
Unofficial motto. Don't hate the deck, hate the player.
Cause what is the original is don't hate the player, hate the game.
At heart, guys, this is what old school is all about. It's stories about people hating other people. Because what is a tournament if you don't have a great villain? A great villain that you can beat.
Yeah.
That's why I love playing Martin Berlin, you know?
He's my nemesis, so I'm going to say no on that one.
Yes, I mean, he's not my nemesis. He's not that important to me, you know? But
But with
no,
that,
when he walks up with his smug, stylish outfit every time in an old school tournament, you're like, I'm glad he's here so I can beat him.
yeah, I do agree with that. But with that
Many
said,
times that doesn't work, but
if
Yeah.
I'm not sure if our guest has found the unmute button, but if he has, let's say welcome to our new guest.
I see him already.
So welcome to the show, Mr. David Chambers.
Thanks very
Hello.
much, Gordon. Great to see
Hey,
you.
David, great
Mark.
seeing
Been a
you.
long time.
Wow, how are you?
Pretty well, yes. It turns out I'm quite well adapted to life during lockdown.
In Germany, even. In Germany.
Sure, it doesn't matter much. But apparently I'm better at socializing when
Oh,
things I find tiring and not possible. I can only have video calls. That's fine.
yeah. And I was just going to say, but Nakamastana in chat beat me to it. The man with the golden voice in old school, David Chambers, the most
Yes,
soothing.
and he apparently also said that I'm usually the villain, and I have to say this is a great mistelling of history.
No,
I was always
can
the good
agree.
guy. I was always the good guy.
Chambers, you'll be the breaker here. Is Mark the good guy or the villain?
He's definitely the good guy.
You see, can't argue with that. Totally unbiased opinion.
Okay, Florian. Here's the problem with Talaria. I can't contact the players. I wish some fun would build in that to the system, and I've been on him. But streaming matches is secondary for him to get the whole platform to work. So I can actually not tell the players to say you need to do it. Sorry, but yeah, there are 16 minutes over. And because
They're still going and they don't realize it. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
And for real, the game has been boring a couple of minutes now. Chambers, you've seen the whole game?
Yes, but prior to this game, we had some epic games.
Oh,
So I think
yeah.
we're still above EV in terms of game quality and entertainment.
I would say so as well. Like, it was a bit anticlimactic, the ending there. Like, okay, we're up for a great second game, and then like, yeah, I drew 3 Jankos and a Berserk, so that was just evil of Svante, I would say. Okay, now we
Gordon,
have...
I don't know whether you saw in the chat, but I asked Svante whether he was tilting a bit during that game with DFB, and he said yes.
Yeah. I know him. Like
I was putting myself into his shoes, and I was thinking, I bet Svante is thinking, why the hell am I sitting here after getting Mind Twisted for 5 with a deck full of 1/1 green creatures
against weak
He was
stone.
probably thinking, I can't even top deck to get out of this.
Yeah,
So,
and therefore the KSR was just like, nah.
whatever.
Yeah. And then he wins. It's...
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Absolutely
was.
crazy game.
That's yeah, like I but no,
By the way,
I heard it.
Jason...
I heard him in his voice. It was just so like, and his movements. That's how well I know Svante, how he plays. When you can see the movement, how he draws cards and tap, you're like, okay. If he's watching, sorry, but like you are very, very clear in your body language.
Yeah, by the way, Jason in chat, thanks for pointing that out with the Nether Void last year in Italy. Yeah, that was a was a good story. It was no, I was actually apologizing to everybody I played against before the match even started, and said, against the motto of this channel, don't hate me, hate the cards.
Sorry for some noise here. It was going to round 5. Noise.
Oh.
From Chandelar. And that is supposed to start in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes?
Yeah. So this is how the tournament is run, for those who know. There is 50-minute rounds. And then there is a 20-minute break, where you have the time to report the game. As it is being done like digitally, and someone doesn't know the system and whatnot, and organizing and playing takes time. So therefore that 20-minute break, which I love, because that makes us being able to talk a bit about things. So that's it. 50-minute rounds, 20-minute break. 50-minute, 20-minute break. Petra, thank you very much for the follow. And with that said, let's have a look at some decks. What do you think about that, guys?
Sounds good to me.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
We looked at this one earlier.
Yep. Glare.deck.
Yeah. So here we have blue-green Berserk. Pretty
the
classic.
classical.
Yeah, this is... Okay, hear me out now. I said we have an amazing meta, where the green deck, Green Stompy, is the most played deck in the tournament. This is the second most played deck in the format.
No way.
In the tournament.
No way.
I think there's 3, maybe 4 people on blue-green. There is, let's see here, 1.
So can we say officially this is the day of the Argothian Pixie?
Yeah. This is the day of the Scrib Sprite, I would say.
Yeah, of the Script Sprite, even more so, probably, yeah.
So there's 3. There's 3 of them. But
Crazy.
for real, this is the second most played deck of the tournament, after Mono Green.
After Mono Green, and that's the crazy thing. That this is the second most. This is something where you could say, okay, it's possible, but after Mono Green even. So much Llanowar Elves and Script Sprites today.
So there's 4
unreal.
Mono Green decks and 3 Blue Green. That's 7. That's like a fourth of the meta almost. Not really. It's a fifth. But like 20% of the metagame is Script Sprites. That's amazing.
It is.
Not much to say about this deck otherwise, except for the Falcons in the sideboard. I don't really understand.
Yeah, Nakamastana, you're probably right. Including Pestilence and Falling Star on your sideboard was a good meta call, yeah?
Echo, thank you very much for the subscription. And yes, of course, we can fix names here as well. I'm just too lazy to add names to the commentators. But they're... yeah, I only have it showing when we have the big one. So just gonna show it because I like my graphics. So there we have Mark,
Whoosh.
and there we have Chambers, and I think I have our Gordon there. So I
this
have
is
names.
this is a little bit crazy now. I get my first name.
he gets his second.
He
I get
gets
both.
his last name, and you get both. This is some weird capitalist privileged BS. I have to call you out on that, Gordon. This is not okay.
No worries, Florian. By the way, just shout out when you're ready for next round. We have a lot to talk about. But like I'm going with the names. Like if Slan Fan was here, he was going to be Slan Fan, not Mattias Berggren. That's just how it is.
That's your excuse?
Yep.
Or your apology or what? I didn't.
No, it's not an excuse. It's just I'll put the name I'll call you. And Chambers is Chambers, not David.
Okay.
Sorry. David is just
fine.
That could be anyone, but Chambers. That's Chambers. Mark seems to be I don't know what.
No, it's noted. It's noted, Gordon. It's okay.
Well, let's go back here.
It's all good.
And go to the next deck. Oh, wait! What is this? The next deck is blue-green. Let's check the next deck.
That's crazy.
Oh!
yeah, it's mono green. Oh, but with some nice wolves. Someone that so I like this deck a lot for the color of the borders at least.
This is a
like
beautiful deck. We don't call you Gordon Anderson. No, you don't. I do. No, I don't either. But yeah.
I always call you Mr. Anderson, but this is
or
from the
Shane
Matrix,
Yu.
of course. Shane Yu, yeah.
That one NoobCon year when I took down all the 3 Germans by going Mountain, Shane Yu, and then continuing.
Yes, I mean this is
Kicked
this
you
is
all out
when
of
you
the
know.
top.
This is when you know, at least as a German, that a bad day is just starting up when someone plays a mountain and plays a chain lightning on you. Just whatsoever. First turn. He doesn't know what you're playing. He doesn't know if he needs it for... No, it's just bolt you to the face. Where this
that's
is
some Gordon-ass
from,
moves.
There's
F you.
so many left. There's so many left. I don't care. To your face.
So, with that said, next
With that
deck.
being said.
So, here... Okay, now we're going into another meta thing here.
Oh, this looks nice.
Lions...
All white bordered. I like this a lot.
Wow. What's that one black bordered card? Create the
Mishra?
realm of preservation.
Mishra's Fabric.
Okay, and by the way, the Psionic Blasts are time spiral.
Yeah, I see that. I try to not comment about that. But now that you bring it up, what the hell? You play everything white bordered and then the Psionic Blast
Like, buy
with the purple
unlimited.
symbol.
Just
What?
to...
Is that a spiritual successor to DFB? Just tilting
so.
people with card choices?
I know whose deck this is.
A bad person or?
Depends what he's been on stream earlier, so I like him. But yeah, this is just to the meta thing here. This is the only Lion Dib deck in the whole tournament. Which is like, it's the classic, all the spiky people, they play the deck, or they play some Lions and Dibs and either counterspells or bolts. Like, but this is the one. One only. I like it.
It's quite interesting.
But
And
not...
trying to be undercover with the green cards, right? So using the green,
Yeah,
the green Ifrits
like
to play a little
green?
bit into their psyche.
Yeah. He does play 2 Bloodlust, which is a bit spice.
Bloodlust is so good.
So props to Yorgo.
I also like the white border plus white sleeve aesthetic.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing
Not everyone
aesthetic, I have
goes
to
for
say.
that.
Like it's so ugly it becomes beautiful.
No, it's not ugly at all, actually. White borders and white sleeves is amazing.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Need to be,
I'm really serious.
They need to be mint, though. They can't
Yes.
be yellowing.
That's
or
the problem.
have
Yeah,
that
they can't
dirtiness.
be like the smoker yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's move on
Yeah.
to the next game. We only have 2
Um,
minutes left.
Yeah, and this there might be a bit longer. I don't know. I said to Florian to shout out here in chat, but this deck, like the Howling Mines, for like the trick deck feeling, but it's almost mono black and plays Usums and all those things. Like it's a mono deck black deck, but also with Howlings to go with. I have not seen this version of an Underworld Dreams deck before.
It's a weird hybrid, right? It's like partially mono black and probably throwing people off by playing the aggro route a little bit. But you also have the full combo support of the Dreams, which is something that is honestly great for an online tournament. I mean, you have the potential to go combo or aggressive. The opponent doesn't really know what's going on, doesn't understand what you're doing, and that's always very cool in a tournament.
Yeah, we have in chat here just a shout out whose deck this is already. That's a bit boring. But
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
you can see the swamps, and if you know a bit about the community, but like we stream for everyone, not just the community. But there is one guy who is probably the best or the biggest alpha misprint collector out there. And you can see that on the alpha swamps, especially the one with overflowing ink.
Yeah, the miscut one, I think, is one of the coolest.
Yeah, but the overflowing, he has multiple of them, as you see 3 here as well. Like that's almost the thing he's famous for, or not famous, but like when you see multiple of them, it can't be one person can have one miscut, maybe.
Yes, you're right.
But with that said, we have pairings for round 5 now, and I want to. There is one deck I really want to put on stream, so let's see if you guys like that, and that is to put Nick Kramer on stream. See if I can find him. Where?
By the way, do we know MTG Misprint?
Yeah, great guy. Doesn't play in the tournament today. Wait, what? Okay, I have fucked up here. Okay, there we have it. So let's see who Kramer plays against, and I don't get any names here. Cause he plays. Oh no! He got a bye this round.
Seriously?
Yeah, the one bye went to him.
He even has a buy. He has to buy something. Even that's even worse.
Oh, he plays Karma Tomb, Cyclopean Tomb, and Karma.
Nice.
My God, I hate this tournament. Damn
Would've
you,
been nice.
Florian.
I mean, first the crazy mirror match in round 1. That was a little bit meh already, but this is.
But
really
now
bad.
all my matches are disappearing, and it says waiting for pairings.
Repairing.
Yeah.
Seriously repairing? Okay. That's even crazy.
Okay. Let's hope he doesn't get the buy again, but he should. Okay. New pairings are coming up. Okay. Now there's no buy. Okay. Florian is writing here in chat. We're waiting.
Repairings in an online tournament. That's also on you. That's.
Okay. Okay, all seems to be fine now. Starting in 2, he says. And with that said...
Blazer is paired against Ole. Amazing.
Love
Karma's
it.
a bitch, my friend.
With that said, Nick Kramer doesn't have a buy, so we're going to go into that game. I'm just going to set it all up.
Maybe while you're doing that, Gordon, Mark can remind me exactly how the tomb works.
Oh yeah, that's a good question, Mark. Exactly
Cyclopean tomb.
how it
Well,
Yeah.
first of
works.
all, it's really strange because the card has no casting cost, you know?
Right.
So you can put it down as a land drop. Okay, oh wait, we're not talking we're not talking alpha rules, right?
No, you can
So-
only put it into play via Eureka. Is that?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
It
I
has no
thought-
casting cost, so it cannot be cast whatsoever.
Mhm.
Right. No, but I don't think that was what you're gunning for. So it's a really interesting card. Maybe Gordon can even bring it up on the screen.
I can, and I'm trying to
Bring
also
it up on
bring...
the screen.
Okay. Also some strange things there with links and so on. We have some
Bring
problems
it up
with...
on the screen.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to fix the match so they don't start before. Can I do that first? Okay. No.
Okay.
No.
I thought everything was automated, Gordon. Thank
no,
you.
just for tournaments I need to do some...
So this is the card that we were talking about, the Cyclopean Tomb. You can turn other cards into swamps, which is pretty good because they become swamps and nothing else. So you can deactivate Mishras, you can deactivate dual lands. Be aware that you can only do this on a non-swamp land, if I recall correctly. Yeah, a non-swamp land. So if you have a black dual land, you can actually not make that into a basic swamp, which is a little bit strange.
Interesting.
But very, very relevant to this card is the artwork, guys. I have to point that out. This was... I had a great opportunity a few years back to see the original art for this first person.
How big is it?
It's the standard Magic size.
Standard.
Huh? So yeah, it's like that maybe. So not
Okay.
quite big, but I have to say that's really doing something to you. Honestly, it draws you in. It was really crazy. This one of the most amazing original arts I think from Alpha. Amazing.
It reminds me of
amazing
the
piece.
art for
Living Wall?
Is it the same artist?
Yeah, and some
Yes.
Maddox.
It's also Anson Maddox. I mean, Anson Maddox is one of the greats from the old times, but this one in particular, it makes you uneasy, you know, if you look too long at the artwork, and that's a good thing. I mean, it's
Oh,
provoking
I
an emotion.
love it.
So-
Here's the deck, by the way.
You
I'm
see
not
double
get-
Cyclopean in
I'm
the
not
top
getting
right.
the opponent into the game right now, though. So let's see. We'll hope that he shows up. But yeah. So we talked
This is
about...
a nice way to do this. This is
Yeah,
a nice way to
exactly.
do this. If you go to Cyclopean Tomb route, and you should definitely go for white, because the idea is to play Karma, which deals damage for every swamp that you have. So you make all of the land swamps, basically. If you're lucky, you even play against the black deck, then it's even crazier. But yeah, that's basically the combo. So you turn all of their stuff into swamps, and they get damage every turn, which is crazy. Because they can't play anything, cards get stuck on their hand, and you'll deal damage to them. You can do this again in a blue-white shell, which makes it a little more the decky with the strange win con. But I like this one because it's going into the mana denial route more. So it's killing creatures efficiently with modes, deactivating them, and with Wrath of God killing them straight.
and 4 Wrath of Gods. Like,
Is it 4?
no, 3. But 3
Three.
Wrath
Yeah,
of
but
Gods,
three
3 modes,
is
and
amazing.
4 plows.
Yeah, it's completely and the balance as well. And what is also nice is that it's the 4 divine offering, 1 dust to dust even, and this doubles down in such a deck to kill the Moxie.
I can't show
So-
this match. Kramer just said that they're playing in Wereba instead of Tolaria. So sadly
too
I
bad.
can't show it then. That was sad. I
Nyala
really
Toptic-
wanted to watch this deck.
Yeah. Nyala, you're right. This is not a game to win in 10 minutes unless you have a really broken draw with a workshop opener maybe. But yeah, it's an amazing deck. I can only recommend that you give this one a try. It's also not that expensive if you have the white cards anyway. It's basically just the tombs and the Iritar. So the idea is you live forever, they slowly die, and they can't do anything. Just exactly how a good game of Magic should be.
Yep. I can't say anything else about that.
Your opponent being extremely miserable and you having all the fun.
Let's see if I can.
Too bad we can see this in action.
Yeah, boss. Let's see what he's playing. Nah, classic ATOG. That does not feel good. Okay,
I mean, ATOG is the
Filippi,
happiest creature, you
maybe.
know?
What does Filippi play? He plays. And who does he play? No, does there? Okay, plays Maltem. Already seen that. Yeah. I'm looking for a game. You can talk about something. Sorry.
Okay, so question mark.
Question mark or question mark?
Yeah, both.
I get it a lot.
Who do you think would be favored in the matchup between mono green and green with the blue splash for unstable mutation and flying men, maybe sonic blasts?
I want to say I've played both decks, but I never actually played them heads up against each other.
Yeah.
But I would say the blue-green one should be ahead.
Yeah,
Because
it
it-
feels like
because
the
it-
green deck can't punish the blue player for playing unstable mutation.
Exactly. I mean, the unstable mutation is an amazingly strong card, and the green deck, due to that, is slower. So usually I mean, if both decks are playing Berserk, both have a strong chance to win, of course. But I think the deck with the blue splash has an easier time pulling that off, actually. Because you have the Serendips,
Okay,
and just
guys,
the
I think I
Serendip,
have a game.
one unstable Berserk, you win. It's so easy to kill. So your
And,
speed is just higher, I think.
I think I have a game here. We're actually going to go back to our first round player.
Oh, the bats are back.
The bats are back because the first round was more of a meme, playing Shane's Winds of Change
Yeah,
against
bad-
Winds
bad
of
mirror.
Change. But they were the two developers of Tolaria, so I thought they will be there. But now we actually have more of a real game. So on the left here we have Bonnie Myrbacka, not Myrbacka as I've written, but that's and he plays Bat Out of Hell. It's a Winds of Shane's deck with vampire bats, which is a Chambers favorite, I know. And on the right side we have Charles Klein, one of the stream regulars who played and came up with the Tabernacle Living Plane combo deck, like a parfait with that combo. But today he is playing what I call rug disc aggro. It's one of the strangest things. Why do you play free discs in your rug aggro list? I don't know, but he does. So, yeah. That's what we're seeing here. Who is favored without knowing more than that about the decks?
Well, I think on paper it doesn't seem intuitive to play discs in a deck with lots of non-land permanents, but the more I play with cards like that, the more I appreciate actually the tension of having cards that allow me to set up a good board state and then putting my opponent in the position of having to decide whether to overextend to even force me to use the disc. So yeah, I think for years I was too focused on the synergy, and I was thinking, well, if I'm playing disc, I'm not going to play any creatures or any artifacts. But it's too easy then for the opponent to just play one threat and one Sarah Angel, and then force me to answer it. Obviously, you can play cards like Maze of Ith to try to force the opponent to overextend, but I actually quite like having a disc down and just trying to win the game without ever activating the disc. I think that's kind of a cool sub game to be playing.
Okay.
I mean, that's for sure. Also, I wanna add that it's least expected from such a deck. So a lot of people, I mean, especially going back to the tournament thing. I mean, we're not sitting down and playing 10 games here as we would when we meet in a bar or pub in the distant future or the distant past. Then it's not as impactful. But if you're in a tournament setting, people will just run everything out against you if you're playing aggro.
Yeah.
They won't hold anything back, so they drop all their Moxen, their Sol Ring, their stuff because they know it's safe, and then you just slam a turn 4 disc and play your creatures after you activated the disc.
Yeah, like
it's getting people by surprise, but can be really good in an online tournament.
Like, it's strange, but maybe like you're onto something. It's
and I mean, this here's the dream scenario, by the way. So the aggro deck has an active library and has discs in the mid game to reset the board and then drop again a handful of creatures.
Yeah.
So I think
needs
this is amazing.
Like, that's an attack for 3. That's 12 for Bonnie here. Like, Bonnie seems to be in a bit of trouble here, but I also think the deck is maybe, sorry Bonnie and Slanfon who plays this, maybe not the best.
No, for sure. It's not a full-on tournament-winning list.
No, Slanfon actually called the deck when he sent it in. It was too long to get on stream. Bat poop emoji, parenthesis poop, all over the place, exclamation mark. So bat poop all over the place with extra poop. Yep.
But I'm not sure that this 90s interface that you've constructed here would even handle those Unicode characters. So...
Nope. Why do you like my interface then, Shaver?
Oh, I love it. Yes. Things have come a long way since the streams of 2016.
Oh yeah. Those were times.
And the colors, Gordon. The colors.
My favorite
Purple,
colors.
Pink. It's amazing.
The colors are great.
Teal and pink.
I mean,
and
that's
purple
it. That's
are
a rep.
my like. Yep.
Yeah, one's already a rep. Sorry for interrupting with the game, but
show up in time, sadly.
So we can look at the decks now, for that matter. So this is the Bat Poop deck. No, sorry, that's Slanfon's name. Bonnie calls it Bat Out of Hell. A Meatloaf reference.
Which is the better name.
Yes. And I have no idea what actually going on here with let's do the white removal, but also bolts, and also Graders, together with the Jusum and the Winds of Chains. And...
that makes a lot of sense to me, honestly.
Okay,
I know,
please, do describe this.
I mean, when I build a deck, I often want to run 6 to 7 removal spells. So that's how I can see that he arrived at the 4 lightning bolts, which are better than the swords because they can double down as damage in such a deck. And you have 2 additional swords to plowshares to round it out. That makes sense to me. You also have the fireball, which is cool as a win condition. But can also be early game removal.
Always play a fireball if you have red. That's like the ground rule of building a deck in old school, I would say.
It's just a wild card. It's such a flexible card. Exactly. And then I think this is also, I mean, it's obviously a crazy build. We've talked about that, but I like that it has a lot of attack angles. I mean, you can have the double Urg Raider straw, and you're suddenly very aggressive early on. And Urg Raiders are actually very, very powerful against all this green stuff we're seeing today. So maybe this was a meta call because they block everything and kill everything. So
they are hard to use as blockers, though, I must say. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in the turn they come down, they likely can't attack, and then you start attacking, and you're faster with 2 power. Huh?
So Chamber, what's your take then?
Well, I think the Swords to Plowshares are probably mirror tech, so that when your opponent plays turn 1 Vampire Bats, you can plow it, don't give your opponent any life, save your bolt for a hippie.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm thinking?
Did you see round 1?
No.
Because that was exactly what happened.
It was the mirror.
It was the mirror, and there were Swords to Plowshares on Vampire Bats.
Nice. Okay.
And no lives were given. No, but I also like the 2 Underworld Dreams in the deck. It's the Underworld Dreams and the Wreck is really great win conditions that are not expected, let me say.
To say the least.
Yeah.
They're still shuffling
I
up.
don't have a lot of experience with decks like this for a few reasons. I'm not sure about this idea of mixing colors. It doesn't quite seem right to me. And this
You're
idea
not
of
very
having...
progressive, are you, David?
No, I like to keep things simple. And this idea of having multiple things going on in a deck, it's a bit advanced for my taste.
Like one plan, keep it simple.
Commit. Yep. If
I
it's
mean,
Vampire Bats, play 4 Vampire Bats. And don't play any Mox Pearls or anything that can't bump them. That's anti-synergy right there. In that last game.
I do love that you see Mox Pearl
from.
as anti-synergy for the bats. Not that the bats are anti-synergy with the rest.
No.
With everything in general, yeah.
You got to choose it. I mean, it's called Bat Out of Hell. You've got to build around your namesake. Really commit to it.
By the way, to make this even more fun, is that... Let's see if I actually can... Okay. So, Bonnie is one of the reasons why I was a bit stressed out when I started the stream today. Because he sent in, like, I updated my list. Here's the new one. I'm like, but come on, I need to fix so many things. The thing he added... Can you guess which card?
One card was added to the main deck?
Yeah, there's one card in the main deck right now that was added in the last second. And there's 2 of them in the main deck.
Even 2 of them?
So that gives a hint as there's only, what I can see, 3 cards that there's 2 of.
Yeah, it could be the Dark Ritual, could be the Underworld Dreams. That's what I would
Or...
guess.
Swords to Plowshares.
I only see 2 Vampire
Where's the
Bats.
change? It's the bat. Yeah. Okay.
It's the bat.
So that's the problem.
Okay. So he didn't start with the name. Okay, so he didn't start with the name and build the deck. Okay.
So
the deck... the 59th and 60th cards you add, they need to be numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then everything else follows.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm
I think I can do...
with David here.
No, that's not the correct deck. Why? I really... Oh no! Oh no!
But anyway, I get your point, David, and I also don't quite like to play these kinds of decks that do a little bit of everything. Because something you draw the Chains of Mephistopheles and an Urg Raider and a Wreck.
Yeah, there you have the old
and you
one.
just do nothing. You have a bad creature and you have 2 bad enchantments, right? and an artifact.
Yeah. Hello, Ovis Dan. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, here's the first version with 3 lions instead, because
this
my
was
guess.
The first version he sent, or what?
Yeah. So my guess is he talked to Slan Fan, that plays the Bat Poop, And like, yeah, I'm gonna do bats as well. So he changed the lions to bats.
But
So
wait a
maybe-
moment. Honestly, I like this version much better. The lions are just not good in this deck.
But overall, don't play lions. It's the most boring card in old school. After
That's-
disenchant.
That's true, but no. But in general, I think the bats here are way better than lions would be.
I don't disagree.
Like,
I
I don't
think it
think
may
you
have
should
been
play
a name.
either.
No, but I can see the point for bats because the bats can push damage through flying. They usually can't be blocked, so you're getting damage through, which can be important if you are on the hypnotic underworld dreams route. Maybe with the wreck they take 1 or 2
Oh.
damage a turn. Then I think it's very good to get a few extra points through with a flying creature,
And we go
but
to
not
the game.
very good to have a lion that does nothing.
Okay.
right?
This
And
is
the
one of the
playmat, by the way, is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, but-
Wise playmat.
The playmat, yeah, I do like the Calls of Brain more, but this is probably one of the worst things about playing webcam. Bonnie is actually showing his whole hand, except it's too dark to see, but still.
He's trying. That's extra points.
So
A for effort.
I'm more hoping that Charles tells him. So Charles did not say anything there, but you still can't see
anything
them.
either, right?
Yeah, but still. Actually, Charles, when you watch this again, because I hope you do, you should tell him the hand is in. Yeah.
In range of the camera. Yeah.
I do appreciate the camera angles that these two players have set up.
Yes.
I mean,
was
that's
getting
the-
vertigo earlier with the extreme.
Yes.
Yeah, like I hate
Exactly.
this.
This Asher-esque angle, and it really looks very strange, but this looks nice. Downside, of course, if you don't hold your cards way back, then they could be visible.
Depends on how you set up the cameras and so on. Like, but that's the big problem for me. Streaming tournaments like this, because I don't know. It's a Vice playmat, not the rack high star elite. Sorry, just
Exactly.
needed to point it out. But yeah, like this is what I want. This is what the setup is built around. But then I don't know what people will play with. And I need to stream it anyways. And then when they have this strange angle, this becomes shit. But I played around a lot with layouts before I came up with this and designed this to put the games like this and this. But then they don't play against each other. It's just two
Yes.
people over and under. Now it's a table against each other. And also the cameras become smaller. This is the one way to get maximum play area.
Yeah, I think this layout makes a lot of sense. It's just that the camera angles need to be adapted to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think taking it to the next level would be having the software identify the playmats and then somehow distort the image in
Yes.
real time to line everything up nicely.
I'll
Yes.
try to program that.
But I have to say the layout is fantastic.
Next
And
week,
thanks.
Gordon. Next week.
It's using the space very efficiently, I feel. So well done.
Thanks. I try, like I've said this to a couple of people. I will not be able to be the old school content creator that creates the most content anymore. 5 years ago, sure. 4 years ago. So I need to instead step up the production value game. That's what I can bring. To have higher production value than the other guys.
Oh, guys.
Okay. That's a
The
good one.
balance.
But okay, no discards from either one there.
Phew,
Nice one.
just a straight kill both creatures.
Could the player
Very
green
nice.
screen their playmats? Yeah, like it is possible. I I actually have a green screen playmat. Oh, I've never thought about that. I need
There
to.
comes the disc. Wow.
Yeah, and I need to take a note of this. I have a green screen playmat.
The disc even powered out by a Lotus. That's crazy.
Yeah,
now
and
look
he
at
still
that.
plays the
Look at
hippie.
that. Yeah, because the disc probably wouldn't go off for just two chains, right? The
Depends on
chains
what
do
you
nothing
think.
against this kind of deck.
No, because if he plays winds, it's Mind Twist.
Yeah, but you can always activate in response to the winds, right?
Oh yeah, sure, but like, yep.
But the hippie is actually forcing him to activate the disc.
Yeah. Let's see
This
if it
Mox
does.
Pearl, though, this has been a very sad Mox Pearl. It came down turn 1, but couldn't help with Curd Ape. And then it couldn't help on turn 2 with Whirling Dervish.
Yes.
And now it's just going to
I mean,
maybe pay
it
the activation
technically
cost of the disc.
it technically played the disc, but
It didn't need
yeah,
to.
not
Yeah.
really.
And also, if he had a vampire bat, it wouldn't have helped. Not that he plays them,
This,
but
though,
just
is that
saying.
a Royal Assassin?
No, that's
No,
a
it's
hippie.
another hippie.
Oh, it's another hippie. Oh, that's sad.
By the way, Chambers, your volume is quite low. If you're able to raise it, I don't know.
Okay, I'll have a look.
And I need to go and get a beer. Not
Which
a bear.
means you got a text to get a beer.
No, I'm actually going to go and grab a beer myself this time.
Oh, did I pressure you into going for your
No,
beer?
no. I've already texted, but she's doing something else.
For you, I guess.
Yeah, she's actually ordered food. So we get food in a bit.
Gordon, I'm already cooking and ordering food for you. Why? How could I even bring you a beer?
So
I put my volume up a little bit, so let me know if I'm too loud now.
No, you're way
That's
too
okay.
low already.
It's all good.
Okay,
You can push it up even higher.
okay.
Mark is just killing you.
Well, I think Mark is a bit louder in general.
Yes. I'm in. Yeah,
This
that's
is-
the point. It's not the microphone. I'm just louder in general. Let's see. So what is that under the glare? Okay, it probably doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was a quick one.
Looks like that balance did the trick.
Yeah. But also, I think from Charles here, it was a weak draw. He didn't have any follow up after the disc.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's typically the problem if you run cards like disc in such a deck,
Yeah.
that it's very hard to get to the point where you can comfortably play the disc. I mean, this was cool because there was the board wipe anyhow. You have the one-sided board wipe from them, and then you can disc and board wipe the other side. But then you still need to follow up. And I feel if the disc would have been just an Ernemgen, for instance,
Yeah.
that would have been the stronger play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that goes back to what you were saying earlier. If you build decks that try to do different things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, if you draw the wrong mix at the wrong time, it all falls apart.
It can do, yeah. Looks like Bjorn is taking a mulligan here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the card I've been playing quite a bit with recently, that's somewhat disc-like, is Jockelhorps from Ice Age.
Whew.
And yeah, I had a deck that was basically mid-range red in Ice Age block that played 3 copies of Jockalhorps, and it was quite effective because I could win the game with my Goblin Mutants and Balduvian Hordes, but then I could also get to the point of getting to say 9 mana and then playing Horps floating mana for a Phyrexian Warbeast or Goblin Mutant post Horps.
Yeah.
So it felt like there were 2 different modes, but they were both sort of reliant on having these pretty big red creatures. But then I got too obsessed with the Horps plan, made some changes, and then I found myself needing to just play Horps defensively without having anything to follow it up with. And it then became quite a balanced card at that stage. And that's a bit what happened in that game. The disc went off, but as you say, there was no follow-up.
So you have gone on to talk about other formats, it seems.
No, we're just comparing the situation. Because disc, I mean, Jockalhorps is the same here. Disc, Jockalhorps, these are cards that are inherently balanced from a design standpoint.
Yep.
They even put you at a disadvantage when you play them. So they are really only powerful in certain situations. And then the question always becomes
powerful. You need to make them powerful.
Yeah, either you need to make them or you need to just draw them in the right moment, right? So if you are straight on the aggro plan and beating down the opponent with 2 creatures and your next 2 draws are 2 discs, then that's no good. If you draw them just when they rather have got you, that's amazing.
So who took down the first there? I'm guessing Charles?
No.
No.
There was the disc into nothing. That was the point that we were just discussing. So
how did Bonnie win then?
With a Sengir Vampire, second Hypnotic, and then a Sengir even. So
that's
really strong follow-up from him.
Yeah. Now I want to see next turn. Swamp wins. Swamp Chains. Red Mox wins.
So
Okay.
you want to see a typical.
Okay.
So you want to see a typical Patrick Heenis move. Yeah?
I just want to see a Winds of Chains go off.
I mean, there is a Red Mox even. So
wrong side, but red mana here. Okay.
Yeah, red mana here.
Please, Bonnie. Okay, you touched the Badlands. 1 mana.
This is the wrong 1 mana spell.
Disappointing.
Really?
Disappointed. For those who know what that is, internet meme.
So what happens when Winds of Change resolves with the chains in play?
You have no cards.
Mind twist for everyone.
I see.
That's the
Yeah, you have no
easy way.
cards. That's it. And you mill however many you had in your hand.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's giving me flashbacks to last night when I played some drafts on Magic Online using the crazy format that they have at the moment, which is Supreme.
No, that's just stupid.
Vintage Cube. Yeah,
That's a stupid format. Everyone just plays blue wheels.
Yes, exactly. So here's my Wheel of Fortune. You can't draw cards.
Yeah. Narset, Hull
Sounds
Breachers,
like fun.
and all wheel effects. And just mirrors. It seems like the worst format that they have ever put on Magic Online.
Wow, that is a high bar, Gordon.
Oh yeah, like the worst standard with all Okos and whatnot legal was better. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like nothing I need to be said that I don't know about it.
No. But I'm waiting. There's a couple of days left, and then the real Vintage Cube goes up on Modo. I don't
That'll be
play
nice.
Modo, but I do check a lot of streamers when that goes up. Maybe I should. Maybe I should stream something.
Crossroads.
Nice.
A hasty
That's a lot.
surrender.
Oh,
So we
that's a
haven't
lot of
attacked
damage.
with 7 here. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see.
Um,
Red Elemental Blast, Shatter, something here.
why do you think Charles left the factory untapped? That doesn't seem optimal in terms of representing.
Not even
I think
close.
that made. I don't know if he knows that his opponent isn't playing any counters,
Yeah.
but if the surrender
Okay, a
gets
2 for
countered
1
or
there.
removed or red blasted even, then you don't play the crossroads and can attack with the Mishra.
Yeah. I think the life total there from Bonnie is way off. I think he's on 9. He took 3 and 1 from the city.
Wow.
But
And everything gets removed.
and 1 more.
Wow.
Yes!
Everything dies and the hand goes down. Wow.
Yeah, he fixed his life total now as well.
This is amazing.
And we have the
I
rack.
like-
We have the rack in play, so we have the win con as well. And
I-
Excelson in chat, we should play Vintage Cube next time around. Yes, we should stream Vintage Cube. This is an old school stream, just for all the viewers viewing. We will mainly do old school, some pre-modern, but yes, I will happily stream some Vintage Cube as well. So if you're up to that, Excelson will do it.
But
I
guys,
have
it's
to-
an intense
Yeah.
moment in the game, by the way. So
Yeah. So we have the factory hitting down.
yes, we
Down
have
to
the cool move from Johnny, but the factory is there and it will win the race.
Okay, they said he was on 6.
Can someone confirm this for me? I think that Bonnie has not played a spell this game that costs more than 2 mana.
That's true. That's what it does.
I love that. That's just amazing mana efficiency.
Okay, factory.
Ah, great. This
But-
is the
but-
most efficient of all, by the
Yeah.
Oh,
way.
here's a 3
And a
drop.
hit-
Zero
hippie.
mana. Oh.
Going
that's-
down to 4.
That's good. That's really good.
But there's 2 cards in Charles' hand already. So the rack isn't that bit of a clock, and
No, that's why he needs to put on the pressure with the Spectre now.
This
Well-
is a tense turn. I feel if Bonnie survives to untap, then he'll be in
yeah.
a good position to win this game.
But
Yep.
if there's a
He should be
lightning
in great
bolt
shape.
from Charles or something like that, then it's harsh.
I mean, then it's game over.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean,
I was going to like, no, not if. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even a second factory off the top, you could be attacking with both factories.
I wonder what's
course.
happening. As no one is doing anything. Let's see
Hmm.
if we can hear the players maybe.
So, hang on, can Bonnie attack here with the Spectre? And should he?
He should, if it goes over, I think
needs
he
to.
needs to. But the Spectre is going to. Yeah. Spectre is bolted end
I
of turn
think
there.
that's it.
Yeah. Because he can't
He
block.
even does this end of turn, which I find quite fascinating. He takes a damage for naught. Unless there's an Ernemort.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Concordant there.
Yes,
So it looks
yes.
as though either
Yeah.
Bonnie forgot about that, or he decided to leave the hippie back as a blocker.
Yeah,
I would have
forgot-
left him back 100%.
I would have
would've
left him back. I did not think about that when you asked. Sorry, but yeah, I would have left him back because he's dead to so much that he
Yeah,
needs to
yeah.
just try
So
to
if-
stabilize and
Exactly.
then start to.
Yeah.
But that's
Wow.
1-1.
Close game.
They seem to be finished, but you said Bonnie took down the first, so that's 1-1.
Okay, it was possible Mark and I are wrong.
Yeah, the Charles took the first game with his disc aggro.
Huh? But how?
I don't know. I was grabbing a beer. You were the guys I was.
Maybe we didn't see a lightning bolt or something.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
chat.
No.
I don't know. I'm
Maybe
trusting
he
you
revealed
guys.
like a double bolt or something, but I'm positive he lost that.
Yeah. Now I know not to
Or it
trust.
was game 3 even. It's
Never
possible, by the way.
trust people in
Could have been game
Germany.
3. Could have been game 3, Gordon. We were pretty late to this match
Yeah.
because
No.
we tried to set up the other game and that didn't work
Yeah.
out.
But
Could have been that he won a very quick game.
yeah, sure. We have Mono 2222 here in chat. Now the big question is that the Mono we all know and love? I don't know his Twitch nick, so I need
I'm
to
sure
ask.
it is. I'm
It
trying to
should,
remember.
like-
There's something in the back of my mind about numbers, and he had some numbers that he would always pick for something. I don't remember it being 2222, but
Maybe he just likes to go and do number 2. No laughs there. No. And
Kevin
he'll
Pastorino says Brian's favorite number is not 2.
yeah, but he may love to come in second at tournaments. That's also
Possible.
who knows. We'll probably find out in the meantime. So just going to give a quick check here. Next round is in 35 minutes, so we can see if we can jump into another game maybe, or we'll check some decks. Let's see there if we can put the timer on.
Let's definitely jump into another game if we can.
I think so as
Yeah,
well.
35 minutes is a lot.
But
Should
while-
we jump into maybe Florian? He's the organizer, maybe.
Oh, bad Santa.
So let's see if that works. Okay, having some problems getting Patrick. Then we'll have the hippie deck again, the one you hate, Mark.
I
Are
don't
you
hate the
okay
deck.
with that?
I don't hate the deck. I think we clarified that. I hate the player, not the cards.
I just say, don't hate the deck, hate the player.